Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Laureli Shimayo. This is the MeWe Awakening panel for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and online. This is one of our online panels. It's about animal communication and healing. So we have 8 practitioners that are here today. We'll be sharing who we are, talking about our modalities, talking a bit about how everyone works with animals. I'm the only one in the panel that does not specialize in animals. And then we're going to be taking questions from you, the audience. It's $16 to $24 sliding scale, or $10 for BIPOC to ask a question, and someone can't hear me. I think most of you can hear me, right? So whoever can't hear me well, try turning up your volume first, and we'll see what else we need to do so you can hear. Right, and I try to troubleshoot stuff. All right, let's see. So we'll have the practitioners introduce themselves first. More people are coming, very exciting. We'll have the practitioners introduce themselves first, and actually let me get them pinned so you can see. Well, actually, maybe I can play with spotlighting them so you get to see people as they jump in and share. All right, let's see. We're going to go ahead with just the order I have here on the sheet. So we've got the order there in the chat. I'll read it out so you all know what order you're coming in. It's going to be Donna, Intuitive Denise, Carolyn, Cindy, Kerri, and Shelley, myself. So Donna's going to go first. Let me spotlight you. All right, go ahead, Donna.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
And sorry, I just want to jump in and start, but like take 2 to 3 minutes. Go ahead and take a little bit of time and share thoroughly enough about who you are and what you do. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. My name's Donna Sauer. I have a background in sciences. I have a PhD in biology, and I taught medical sciences for about 30 years. I'm a Reiki master. I've also studied Lakota healing traditions and yoga. And so right now I am really working with animals. I do animal communication. I always ask permission of the animals first if they want to participate, to honor their being. I do healings. I do behavior problems. We talk about getting along with other animals in the house, as an example. I also do energy healing by working with the animals' chakras, balancing those and clearing them, and bringing up their life force and their life vitality. And use all kinds of modalities like crystals, and I also use colors. I use animal essences, oils, and any other things that are shown to me by my spirit guides. And I also do mediumship with the animals. So they generally are of a very high vibration, and they are able to come through with messages, not just, well, to reassure their guardians that they're fine, but also they come through with very high spiritual messages for their guardians on their path that they've shared or are in the process of sharing. So if you have any questions about your pet, we are all here to help, and I hope that that you will find some good information, and we welcome you. Have a good time.
Great, thanks so much. Let me get Denise now, and I'll spotlight you. Oh, and I can spotlight several of us at once. All right, I'm going to do that. All right, go ahead, Denise.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Denise Dunleavy. I'm an animal communicator, an energy healer, and intuitive reader. And I'm also a teacher. I teach animal communication courses, and I do individual mentoring for people that would like to take their intuitive abilities or animal communication to the next level. I do primarily focus in working with animals, and I love being able to give them a voice. I always start my readings by just asking them what they want to talk about. And I find that often what animals want to talk about is not necessarily what their people want to talk about. So it's really exciting for me just to be able to see what comes through and to give them a voice. And I do all kinds of things in terms of behavioral issues, asking what they need, medical issues. I don't diagnose, but I will can check in with them and see how they feel. And one thing that does come up a lot is dealing with animals at the end of their life. And that is always really hard. But I think that as animal communicators, we have learned a lot about this process and can be really helpful in going through that. So I also talk to animals who have passed. There have been a few times where I've talked to an animal at the very end of its life and then after it passed. And it's very interesting to see how different their energy can be and what they want to talk about. So I'm just really excited today to see what messages your pets have for us. Thanks.
Great, thanks so much. All right, Carolyn next and then Cindy.
Hello, everyone. It's so great to see all of you here today. I'm Carolyn Osborn. I'm an energy intuitive, and my business is Chiron Energy Medicine, and I work with people and animals. And like everyone else here on the panel, I do energy medicine healing. I do animal communication. I'm also a certified medical intuitive. I work with the animals, again, to help find out what's going on with them physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. The modality I work with is based on Chinese medicine. So I'm doing a lot of meridian work, chakra work, energy work, helping to bring them in balance through all of these different areas. Particularly dealing with emotions and helping animals release any trauma, bad experiences if they've been adopted and they've had a bad experience before at the shelter, helping them to clear that so they can move forward and be with their new people in their total present self. I've also done that where I've talked with animals before they've passed and then afterwards, and it is very fascinating to see the difference and see how they respond. And it also helps their people feel more at ease and more comfortable with the whole process and know that they did not do anything wrong and that they were really very helpful and supportive to their animal. I do a lot of work with horses, dogs, and cats, and especially with the horses, I am helping with people, the riders and the horse be better together, working as a team, working one-on-one and getting them in sync, as well as working on their separate issues, because they both are bringing different things to the plate and then helping them combine and be as one. The other thing I've noticed that's really fascinating is the animals are a big mirror and reflection of their people. And so helping to find out with the animal what's going on helps to find out what's going on with their person. So I can help with the people to help clear their issues that is impacting their animals, because the animals are trying to help their people. So it's very important to have that kind of combination of working with both people. So again, I'm here. We have a great panel today. Come bring your questions. We are here to help in any way we can. So again, Carolyn Osborn, thank you.
Great, thanks so much, Carolyn. All right, Cindy, go ahead.
Wow, as you can tell, we have a loaded panel tonight. We all are here to help the animals. On the other side, those that are in your families, and maybe those that want to be in your families. So I too am an animal communicator. I'm a psychic medium, and I'm in the desert here, just outside of Palm Springs. And one of the things that I do is I go to a no-kill shelter once a week, and I give each of the animals animal Reiki. And that's actually why I became a Reiki master, to work with animals. And that was back in, forever. And so when I greet each animal, first I'll ask permission if it would like some Reiki. And then what I do is I ask it to tell me the story of what brought it to this shelter. Because sometimes the shelter doesn't really know that story. And then I write those notes down and I give them to the shelter supervisor. I also ask each of the animals what they're looking for in a forever home, so that they can be blessed once again with the love of a human and a family. And it's quite interesting, the conversation that these animals want to share. So I do what's called my pet and me readings, and I am a palmist. So I do these via Zoom or sometimes in person if you're in my area or I'm at my other office. And so these are really kind of unique readings because I help you to listen to your animal yourself and be able to work with me in a way that you can get validation that you're receiving the right message from your animal. And that brings a confidence and a closeness in your relationship with each of your pets. And so the palmistry part of the reading is more of the psychic part. I look at your palm and I show you hidden talents and abilities your soul wants you to bring through in this lifetime. And I help you to see a bigger picture of what your life has in store for you going forward. So again, welcome to tonight's panel. May we all share all of our wisdom with you and your pets, and let's have fun. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Cindy. All right, Kerri is next, and then Anne, and then Shelley. Go ahead, Kerri.
I am Kerri, and hopefully my internet's going to cooperate tonight. So let me know if there's have any trouble. But I'm an energy healer for people and animals both. I've been trained in Reiki, so I do that by distance or in person. But these days I've been doing a lot more distance work, of course. I have my own technique called Meridian Flow, where I can just kind of go in the body, whether it's an animal or human, and sense energy that's stuck. Because sometimes stuck energy can be part of the cause of a physical ailment or the start of a physical ailment that can result from kind of an energetic blockage. So I do that. I've been trained in access consciousness, their body process, such as the bars, which is a hands-on technique for humans. And what else? I'm a former school teacher, so I actually have quite a specialty in working with children. I left the school system right before all this craziness. Very thankful for that. But being able to work with children in a unique and different way has been wonderful. So I do that as well. And I'm located in the Portland area, but these days it doesn't seem to matter where we are. So Zoom works just beautifully as well. So thank you. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Thanks, Kerri. Sorry, someone showed up and my dog is going a little wild. All right. Next, we've got Anne and then Shelley. Go ahead, Anne.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Anne Lally, and I am an animal communicator and an energy healer. I am actually certified in that. I just want to throw that in there because it took a while. I do the energy healing modality that I use is emotional freedom technique, and I have used that to help modify and negotiate with animals from a non-preferred to a preferred behavior. That I've been really successful in that. I have my favorite client who started off with one dog, and the husband didn't like the dog, and now they have 5 dogs. So I consider that like my best my best case study. I live in the Seattle area, but of course can do readings anywhere in the world. I on Zoom or on the phone. I do animals and people, both in body and those that have passed. Let's see. I just want the first time I ever heard an animal talk to me was about 25 years ago, and it was a dog that I wanted to call Zoe, and she did not want to be called Zoe. She wanted to be called Sasha. So every time I said the word Zoe, I heard Sasha. So I changed her name to Sasha, and I didn't have any problems after that. So since then I've been sort of like, what is this thing that's happening? So that's pretty exciting for me. When I connect with your animal or with people, I get pictures and words and feelings is how I can sort of get a picture or get a sense of what's going on in their environment. When I connect with an animal or a person on that level, I would do this anyway with a person, but on the animal, I introduce myself first to see if, see sort of how they're taking this, and if they want to talk to me, and if they don't, that's fine. And I have a special that should be in the chat for the next 2 weeks, and you can find me at anancientconversation.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Anne. It's great to have you for the first time. And I'll be posting everyone's information in the chat again now too. Shelley, go ahead. Shelley, let's see. Great, you're unmuted now.
Okay. I am a an animal communicator and intuitive animal healer. And my first experience, with reading and healing an animal was at age 7. So I've had my ability to communicate and connect with animals since age 7. And as an animal communicator, I specialize in reading and healing your pet's emotional and behavioral issues. And so I use my ability, my medical intuitive ability to read your animal, to find out what conditions that they may have with dealing with their physical health, or dealing with any emotional or behavior issues. And I'm able to get a lot of information from the pet's chakras. So if you're interested in a session, I'm having a special today, and I'm offering the special outside of the fair. Thank you.
Yeah, so I just posted everyone's specials again in the chat. So all the practitioners are available to do private sessions outside of the panel today. So it's everyone has their own prices and does their own work privately. And then today on the panel, it's $16 to $24 to ask a question of the panel, $10 for BIPOC. You can pay on PayPal or Venmo, or if you need to, I can run it through Square on my phone. If you have paid, it would be great if you could let me know in the chat. For some reason, PayPal is just being really slow and letting me know who's paid and who's not paid. I know we've got 2 questions in line right now, and we should have a bunch more coming. We usually get very full for these panels. It's great having all of you together. It's a really powerful panel today, and I'm excited to see what the questions are that are going to be asked and how all this goes. So we've got Olivia and John in line first, and then Aylin, and then Debbie. I know Debbie is attempting to get in line. Debbie, I still haven't found your payment, but we will figure this out. All right, so let me get Olivia and John up here too. And a few things I'll say just before we start with the questions. So let's see. So keep in mind that this is recorded and that everything's going to get posted up online. So if you ask a question, we may go deeper than you want us to go in this format, or we may start talking about other areas that you don't want us talking about. We're here to honor you. So please just let us know, unmute and tell us, wave your hand so we get attention to your image, or write in the chat, whatever is needed so that we are able to hear you and change course. It can be a back and forth process. You're welcome to answer and share and have it be a conversation as we do the reading. We encourage all of you just to learn and to learn and experience from all that's asked and all that's answered, whether or not you ask a question. And we believe that everyone's intuitive. So if something comes through for you when someone's asking a question, oh yeah, I'm not spotlighted. I know it's true. I guess I should spotlight myself, particularly when I'm talking. Thanks so much. How to say? So we believe that everyone's intuitive. So I encourage you that if someone asks a question that comes through for you, you might want to write it down, because often they don't stay very long. They sort of float away a bit. And then also please wait and let the attention stay up on the panel while we're answering questions. And then if you want to, when we're done answering someone's question, private chat them and see if they'd like to hear what came through for you. It's possible that they're full after everything that they've received already from the panel. And please honor that. Please aim to not take that personally. Be generous and trust that this message came through you for another reason. So thanks so much for your support around all that. I'm also going to be putting a note in the chat where we'd love to get your feedback on the panel today. It's helpful for us in terms of making our events better and better. And then also, if you give us your email address, you'll get on our email list for MeWe Fairs, and you'll also hear from all the other panel members. And we'll put you in a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. So thanks so much again, everyone, for holding the space. We all do this together. This is me and we, right? It's about our own journey and all of us together. All right. Go ahead, Olivia and John. What is your question?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you guys hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, we're in Puerto Rico. Hello, Shelley, how are you? It goes to our bird, Valentino, the cockatoo. We do a lot of.
Oh, we just lost your sound. Can you hear us? We just lost your sound.
John, Olivia, are you there?
I can't hear.
John, Olivia, are you there? Should we write them a message?
Yeah. Okay, so they're probably going to leave and come right back in. They did this before, so they should be right back in just a moment. So we do only have 2 or 3 people in line right now for asking questions, but usually our animal panels get really full. So if you do know you want to ask a question today, I encourage you to get in line. All right, here they come. Now I just need to spotlight them again. Here we go. Great, we can hear you again. Yeah, go ahead.
In Puerto Rico, the internet sometimes gets a little off. So our question is on our bird Valentino. We rescued him from a pet store where they were mistreating him, and he was in like a dark room in a cage that was unclean, and then we bought him and we took him home, but he's very fierce. You know, so we just want some insight on that and see what you guys feel with Valentino the cockatoo.
What did you say? He's in fear, or he's fierce, or what did you say?
He's fierce. He's very tough. Like he only lets us hold him, and he like tries to bite other people. And yeah, we're just wondering about that. It was from his past trauma, we think. But what do you guys feel?
I'm feeling with Valentino that he is sensitive to touch, and I feel that when he was at the pet store, that there was a man there. He would speak very loudly to him, and when he would put his hand on him, he was very rough. And so I feel that because of that experience, he's never going to really be a bird that is going to warm up or socialize. If he gets healing, he can. Right now, I don't feel that he's going to warm up or socialize with anybody. You might want to start doing healing work on him because there is some emotional blockage in his throat chakra, and some emotional blockage in his root chakra. He seems to be holding back his emotions. He's very fearful of people. He loves you, John and Olivia, and I feel that he can feel love coming from you, and and that you have a good, and he is happy in your home. He feels very blessed to be in your home. So I think that he just had a bad experience. He didn't get enough food, enough water, and definitely he's also very sensitive to sound because the man had a very loud voice. And I think because you have a very soothing voice and a gentle touch, that he trust that there is a bond of trust between both of you.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Does
That's great.
anyone have any information for John
great.
and Olivia?
It's great, Shelley. Thanks. Yeah. So practitioners, if you are ready to answer, just go ahead and raise your hand in Zoom and I will, if you do it in Zoom too. So oh yeah, Carolyn, you've got yours. Yeah, go ahead, Carolyn.
Hi, John and Olivia.
Hello.
Valentino he's very grateful that you came and rescued him when you did. I'm picking up that he was taken from his original home wherever he was. So there's a lot of anger and resentment that he is feeling right now from that experience. And then the experience at the store just compounded it. So he does not have a lot of trust for people because he was not afforded any respect or understanding. He's very smart. He's very intelligent. And again, I think with a little work, he can start to let go of some of all of that and start to really trust and be more open. But it's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little patience on your part. You trusting him and affording him some respect. He's very smart. Like I said, he's really smart. So talk to him like he understands you. Talk to him and, realize that he's understanding you and reading you as much as you are reading him, so that he really can start to respect again and appreciate people, because it's gonna take a little time to repair that mistrust that he's had going. But he's strong. He's going to be around, I feel, for a long time. So you've got time to really work with him to help free him of his old patterns and old feelings and emotions. But with some good emotional release work.
Thank you very much. Very beautiful.
Great. So there you go. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Carolyn. All right, go ahead, Donna.
Hi. What I'm picking up for Valentino, first of all, the same thing that Shelley said, that he needs and told me that he would like you to talk with him in very quiet voice. And anybody else that comes in to look at him or talk to him, it needs to be in a very, very quiet voice. And he would appreciate if you would play like very quiet music, like classical music, or, no bam bam stuff, or high frequency on the television and things. He's showing me that he was poked in the cage through the wire, little kids coming in or whatever, just tormenting him. And so he prefers, I don't know how you have his cage set up, but he would prefer that the back of his cage always be kind of enclosed with a blanket or whatever you call it, a cover, not the front, but the back third. So he has a retreat place, just while he feels comfortable there. He's really happy to be with you guys. He loves your smiles. That's what he wants to see, happy faces. He said he'd like a little bit more fruit in his diet because he has a lot of healing to do, and to grow out his new feathers, he needs some vitamins and particularly some fresh fruit. I have no idea what cockatiels eat, but maybe you guys do. And what was really cute was he said, this is exactly what he said. He said, "Leave me alone in the morning." He said, he said, I'm a slow waker. He said, I don't want my cage cover ripped off. Good morning, hello. He said, it's kind of like he just wants a very slow awakening coming out of his sleep for the night. And if you could just approach that in a very gentle way, maybe go in the kitchen, put the coffee on and just open the cage and quietly talk to him or something. But he doesn't want any startling in the morning, is basically what he was saying. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but
Yes, we noticed that. Yes.
Thank you.
So I had a dog once that said to me she didn't want to eat her breakfast when her owner was going to work, and she didn't want to eat it that hour of the morning. She said, there's that kid's poem, a Diller, a Dollar, 10 o'clock scholar. That's what the dog showed me. So I guess your Valentino is going to be a 10 o'clock awakener. So enjoy. You have many
Thank
years.
you.
So much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Donna. All right, Cindy, go ahead.
Okay, hi. I also have raised birds before, and just so a heads up, that parent family, when they pick their parents, they pick their parents, okay? And they're usually, attuned to just whoever is really taking care of them. So I'm happy that he's formed a relationship of love with you both, okay? So what he says, he's kind of playful, actually. He says he likes plants, okay? So he'd like an environment that kind of has more plants in it. Just make sure that that they're safe for him, okay? Not necessarily in his cage, but around, so he can feel more of the natural world around him. And just like Dr. Donna was talking about, he does want to have a little bit of privacy with a partial cover. He likes that. He'd like a light showering mist. Have you done that with him yet?
Yes, yes, we have, yes.
And eventually, I don't know how big your shower is, but they do make shower perches for cockatoos, and to invite him into the shower with you, and it's very comical and you'll enjoy it. And he wants you to dance with him. So I don't know if you guys like to dance and he watches you. I don't know if that's.
Yes, we're in Puerto Rico and we do a lot of yoga and readings and a lot of things. So yeah, we really,
A lot of movement.
a lot of movement. So we're going to include them with our movement, but later on in the day, not early in the morning.
Yeah, I actually see him psychically and clairvoyantly actually flying between the two of you to actually help you do the yoga moves. And I think that's going to be part of your signature branding that you do. So people will know you guys by that bird. So, it is fate that he came into your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Wow.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Cindy. All right, Denise, go ahead.
So there was several things that came through that have already been talked about. The main thing that he told me was that it's really hard to trust people, and he's starting to trust you. But I think as far as other people coming in that he doesn't know, that's going to take a long time. But I did want to let you know that he told me that you like to rescue animals, that is something that either you've done a lot of in the past or you will continue to do. And he says you're doing really good work. So he wanted to thank you for that and acknowledge, he says that you're helping lots of animals. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Ever since I was a kid, I love animals and I just have a natural act with it. All of us do once we open up, and really love them, love ourselves. Thank you very much.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Denise. All right, Anne, go ahead.
Okay, so I will echo what other people said. One of the things that came through to me is that Valentino has a big heart. It just feels so full. He really has a lot of love inside him, but is having a hard time trusting. I keep seeing biting. So
In the beginning, yes,
Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah.
but now he's good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Routine makes him feel safer. So as people were saying with the slowness in the morning and just kind of keeping it day by day, kind of the same if you can. I know those days don't always happen, and that he really wants to be around you all the time. He just adores you. And I just see him close and sort of flying around and wanting to be around you as much as he can.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Very social.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anne. All right. Any practitioners, anything else that you want to share with Olivia and John? Maybe, and I'll say a little bit. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I realized I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. And what I can say a little bit, Olivia and Don, is the thing that you share together is that you're both interested in creativity, new, different ideas and experiences. And then Olivia, you have much more of an emotional flavor in how you show up. And John, you have much more in an active physical body way that you show up. And so the way that you
Yeah.
are with the bird might be different too. So just the flow of your energy and your movement might be very different. And so just, I don't have a prediction, but just noticing how the bird is around both of you, and any of those differences might create some things too. So just have an awareness of that.
Yes, thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, great. Yeah, anyone else? Anything else to share? Yes, it's great. Thank you so much for your question. It was lovely and
Yeah,
great
thanks
answers.
for all the insight.
Thank you. All of you did a wonderful job. It's amazing. And we're gonna actually list all of you, whatever we have. We'll talk to Shelley and we'll list a lot of people because we're here in Puerto Rico and we're coaches and we teach a lot of people. We have a lot of tourists out here. So we do the same thing in a good way. And we always like to join with intuitive, creative people, because that's what we need to do in this world.
Yes, the same thing that you said, just coming together, everyone is the main
Yes.
thing. Power in numbers.
Great. Yes, so happy. Right. All of us supporting all this all around the world. I know a few of you asked of how to pay, and a few of you said you have paid. My PayPal is being really slow, so I'm gonna keep digging into PayPal. Oh, just one. It's great. You're good. Thank you so much. Just some other people are writing in the chat that you've paid, so I'm digging through my PayPal to sort that out. And meanwhile, Aylin's got the next question, so Aylin's actually going to come in from here.
Hi, Lally.
Hi, Aylin, Yona. It's nice to see you.
It's good to see you too.
It sounds like they're surprised to discover each other here.
Yeah, my heart is so happy to see you.
It's been 15 years. or
Yes.
so.
Well, thank you all for being here. My girl kitty Serena passed 2 weeks ago today. And I would love if any of you have any messages from her. Her brother Orion is still here, and I'd like to know how I can best support him.
What was your name again, dear?
Aylin.
Aylin, I'm feeling the cat was, I'm getting a female energy that I feel she was a small cat. And was she kind of a gray color cat?
No, she was white with brown and black markings.
And orangey.
Did you ever have a gray cat?
I did have a gray cat, Cyrus. Anne knows Cyrus.
Oh, all right, because I feel that Cyrus is coming through and he's telling me, don't be upset and worried because I'm taking care of your cat, the female cat that just passed away. Cyrus is with her, you know, because I'm picking his energy up really strong around her. So I feel that when she made her transition, that Cyrus helped her to make the transition, and that Cyrus is helping her to heal. And because I feel that she was feeling sad about I felt she was feeling sad about her passing because she really loved you and loved the other cat that you have in your home. And she did not want to let go. She did not want to let go. She hanged on for as long as she could because she wanted to be with you. But she knows now that she can be with you, that she can still be with you and the other cat. Because often when animals pass away, they will stay with their owners, and they will stay in their home where they were happy. And so she's definitely with you. You can talk to her if because she, will be able to, hear you. It's only the physical body that passes away. The essence of who the cat was, that's still alive. And she's very much a part in your house, wanting you to know that I'm still in your household. I'm still going to be a part of your life. I'm still always going to be feeling, you and I are always going to be connected emotionally and spiritually, and that I could help you with whatever you need. It's like she's become your angel, your guardian angel watching over you. So, she just wants you to know, that you do not have to be sad because she hasn't left you, even though you don't see her, she's with you. But the gray cat that you had, he was coming through also, because I saw your cat with a gray cat, and the gray cat and she are together. And so he wants you to know, don't worry, I am taking good care of her, and we'll be around, come to visit you frequently. So I just wanted to share that message with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, practitioners, anyone else have something to share with Aylin? Right, we've got Anne and then Donna. Go ahead, Anne.
Okay, so such a cute kitty. She showed me that she's happy where she is. She's like rolling around in the grass and just really enjoying not being in a body right now. The transition was a kind of a relief to her, because she was just like, when she finally gave up, she was like, oh, thank God, right? She's just like, yay, I'm gonna go out and have a good time. And she said that you were her rock during all of this, and that you need to give yourself some time, and that she will help you do that. For Orion, she just wants you to continue to love him, to be sure that he knows. I mean, he knows at a certain level that she's gone, but like what happened, and just keep sort of affirming that she was ready to go, and that she didn't leave him, that she's still there with him, and just so that he and to give him as much love and scritches and time in the sun as you can.
Thanks, Anne. All
Thank you,
right.
Anne.
And then I'm concerned that I accidentally knocked down someone's hand, so it looks like everyone's up at the moment. I think we've got Donna in line next, and then Cindy, Denise, Carolyn. Go ahead. So Donna.
Hi, Ann.
Hi, Donna.
How you doing? What I got was that she was showing me your hand on Orion's head. So she was telling me that she wants you to keep him closer than you normally would, more attention than you normally would. But was also interesting that she said that she's Orion. I don't know who was talking to me. One of the two of them was talking, but he is talking with her constantly now, and what she's telling him, what she's telling him is how to progress with you now that she isn't there. In other words, how to balance the house out without her there. So she's keeping in contact with him. They're talking back and forth all the time. I mean, he's quite aware that she's gone, and I don't think he misses her. So, I mean, how do I say it? He's missing her in the physical sense because of just the presence and the energy that a live being in the house, but he's not missing her because on a psychic level, because he's quite simpatico with her on a psychic level. So I just wanted you to know that the two of them are in cahoots, and then keep you in line and moving forward. So I hope that helps you, dear.
Yeah, you've helped me for the last several months, Donna. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm glad everything worked out okay for you, dear.
All right, Cindy, go ahead.
Hi, Aylin. Okay, so your kindness is so greatly appreciated for all that you've done, for me is the message that I got. And also, just like Dr. Donna says too, yeah, the cats are living happily forever after. All of the cats you've ever known, they're all uniting, so there is the happiness there. But then we need to help you, okay? It looks like when I look at the energetics around you, um, I look to the ascended form of Jesus as Lord Sananda, and he's present for you right now, okay? And wanting you to be easy with yourself, okay? And to know to connect with whomever that you do your prayers with. And then your cat does want you to do like a little shamanic pouch in honor of her spirit. I'm assuming that you know what that means and how to do the honoring ceremony. And that's what I got that she would love you to do for her and for you and the household. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Cindy. Denise, go ahead.
Okay. I just want to add that Serena did say, I saw her with lots of animals as well. I see her grooming them and them grooming her, and just that she's not alone. But the other cat, is it Orion?
Yeah.
He came through to me, and he's going through an adjustment period for sure. And he was talking about his space. He needs a space that he feels comfortable, and it may be like a bed or just setting something up where he can kind of go. And I'm feeling like he wants to be kind of quiet and be able to kind of curl up. But I also think that he might have times where he's not really himself, where he seems kind of grumpy or angry or something. And he's saying that he is just processing all of this. But I'm wondering also if that is a reflection of whatever you're going through. If he's just saying, okay, acknowledging that sometimes you're angry, sometimes you're grumpy, sometimes you're sad. So just to be gentle with him and with yourself and going through that, because the grieving process really does take a long time.
Thank you, Denise.
Yeah, thanks, Denise. All right, Carolyn and then Kerri. Go ahead, Carolyn.
Hi, yeah, I was picking up on Orion initially, first before Serena, and he does need your focus and attention right now. And again, to kind of mirror what Denise was saying, he's there to help you to process this grief and to help you process these feelings. So for you to be open and honest about them and express them. It's, you're going to go through your ups and downs. You're going to remember the good times. You remember you're sad. You're going to remember if only. And he's also wants you to not feel guilty or terrible about anything that happened. He wants to support you in any way possible. So he is sort of your rock right now. Be with him, be present, allow him to assist you, allow him to emotionally assist you through this process, because it also will help his grieving and help his path, going through this whole process. I'm also picking up that he is connecting with her quite a bit. And I'm seeing that he's sort of giving her space occasionally to come in through him. So if you get a sense sometimes that maybe her energy is there, he's kind of allowing her to come in, to be with you physically, even though she can't be, but she's kind of visiting a little bit. So, you're not imagining things if it feels like it's her, all
Yeah, that actually happened this morning. You felt it too.
When he was sitting on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's giving her space to do that, to come visit when he can. And Serena is now saying, she appreciates, she loves everything that you did, but do not take on her death as, you know, don't feel bad about it and don't feel guilty or upset. She had to leave when she had to leave. And she says, I'm always around you. I'm always there. I will be there. And so just to trust that she's not gone, she's still there, and you did everything you could. And she so appreciates that. So there's a lot of love flowing from all of them to you. So learn to accept and receive that as well, and then share that back with them so that there's that continual cycle back and forth. So I hope that helps.
It does. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carolyn. All right, go ahead, Kerri, and then Donna back again.
First thing I got was a very clear image of her chasing butterflies in a very playful way. And I wanted to mention to you that self-care, how important that is for you, and giving yourself some permission to have an energy session or something special for yourself to kind of let your body process and move through this as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kerri. All right, and Donna, you've got something else to share. Go ahead.
Eileen, this is not for now because you're still in your grieving time, okay? But I just want you to know that I heard the word lighten up, or lightening up the house, or making the house lighter. And then there was this kitten came flying across the street and landed like in a Christmas tree or some kind of wood thing in your house. It was a gray tail. I couldn't really tell gray in the back half. I didn't see the front half. So just so you know, there's somebody waiting in the wings, but not now. You're grieving now, but just so you know that kitten's going to find you. I don't know how, but don't go looking for her. It's a her, and don't go looking for her because she will find you. But it's going to be a number of months. I'm picturing like maybe July, August, something like that. So be ready for a flying kitten. you know how destructive they are when they get in the house. That includes curtains too.
Oh, all right, great.
Thank you all so much. It's everything everybody has said is so wonderful, and I'm just so tickled to see Anne. I'm just so tickled. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you, everyone, so much. All right, we've got a number of other questions that have come in. And I want to say, Debbie, if you're still here, I can't find yours, so please help me find. Oh, I see. Okay. No, well, I'm trying to figure out last names with everybody. Yeah, so Debbie.
Is it Debbie Rome? Is it me?
It is, but I can't find it. Just how did you pay? I'm having trouble finding where yours is. Did you pay? And was it today or was it a while ago?
No, it was a while ago.
Okay, I will go through searching for it. So let's just go ahead and have you get in and I'll find it. And then after you, we have Kelly, Mary, Nikita, and Karen. All right, Debbie, let's get you in here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, go ahead, Debbie. Well, yeah, what's your question?
I have an 8-year-old mixed dog that is just the world to me, Romeo. And he has a 6-inch benign tumor inside of him. And he doesn't seem to be on the road to death with it, but it could rupture at any time. My concern is he comfortable? Is there something more I can do for him to keep him comfortable? It doesn't seem to be growing right now, but it really concerns me because once in a while he'll throw up or he'll be a little lethargic. And I just want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to help him.
All right, yeah, so just wait and see who has something come in. All right, go ahead, Anne, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so there's just one thing that came through at this point, and that is softer foods, like a raw food or something like that would be really helpful for him rather than the hard food that he has to then bring moisture into the system to help with. So yeah, he would really like just that kind of juicy food.
I didn't
like. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Great. Yeah, who else? Just wait till someone's ready. Oh, Shelley, did you want to go? Go ahead and unmute.
I feel to make Romeo, more comfortable, that massage, because I'm feeling that he always liked tummy rubs. Put him on, let him get on his back and just put your hands on his stomach. If you put your hands on Romeo's stomach, because we all have the ability to heal, and just visualize, green energy coming in for your crown chakra all the way down to your hands, and bring him healing energy, and do that every day, because we all have the ability to heal, and he will feel the healing energy going into his system. And I feel that that will bring him comfort during this time period, will bring him healing and comfort. So I feel doing that. I do feel that he needs to have fresh water. Don't give him faucet water, give him fresh water. And I agree with the other animal communicator that he needs to be hydrated, and so make sure that he gets a lot of water. And I do feel that he likes to be out in the sun, so take him outside as much as possible, because he really likes the feel of the warmth of the sun, and that is very soothing for him. Also, I feel, I don't feel he's a real, let me check this. I don't feel, sorry about that. I don't feel that he's a really big dog. So I think you should hold him a lot. I think just being close to the body, your body being close to you physically, he can feel your emotions. So I think I think these things will help.
Sorry, Debbie, if you wanted to share something, you were muted.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Shelley.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, we've got Carolyn, Denise, and then Donna in line. Go ahead, Carolyn.
So Debbie, where exactly is the tumor located in his body?
It's right next to his spleen.
Ah, okay, great. So what I'm getting is to add with the water that they've mentioned so far, drinking, adding some rescue remedy in there. You can use 4 drops a day. Just keep that in his water, because that will also just help with the general healing of the body and the energy. Putting that in there. I also feel any sort of energy work or acupuncture would be great for him to help kind of clear the energy. A lot of these tumors can be stuck emotions or stuck feelings there that you want to clear. The more you clear them, that helps to kind of help the tumor start to lighten up. The other thing is grounding. If you can visualize grounding his energy and then kind of sending that energy from that tumor down his paws, down his feet to the earth. So he's releasing that energy or any energy that is not in his best interest through his body. So really allowing him to ground. If you want to go outside, you can do that. So he's really right on the grass, right on the ground, because animals need grounding as much as we do sometimes, especially since they're inside so much. So that would be very beneficial. He is very content and very happy. He's not in a lot of pain that I'm feeling right now. So he's doing okay, but all these things can help with the process of kind of keeping it neutral and reducing it. So I hope that helps.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. And he is a rescue, so I don't know what could have happened.
Yeah, right. So there's probably old stuck emotions in there that, have kind of evolved into possibly this tumor. So there you go. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Carolyn. All right, we've got Denise, Donna, and then Kerri.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
I just wanted to tell you that Romeo comes through to me as being really tough. he says, there's nothing wrong with me. I can still do this and I can do that. And I see him like running around and he's just like, I'm not going to let this slow me down. So it comes through to me as having a really good attitude, and that he doesn't feel bad. So I do think that Reiki would help as well, any kind of energy work. And I think for you, just kind of monitoring him, because I feel like he won't admit that he doesn't feel good. So one sign might be his appetite. I do feel like his appetite is not what it used to be, or might be the first sign that he's starting to feel a little bit different. But right now I feel like he feels good. He's got a good attitude, and he doesn't feel like anything's changed. So so hopefully that, yes, he has a very good attitude about it.
He does. He does his puppy stuff still, even with this huge 6-inch tumor in him. It's amazing. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Denise. All right, Donna, and then Kerri.
Debbie, could you explain to me, you said that the tumor is next to a spleen, or is it growing into a spleen?
You know, I'm not sure. I just know that it's the position of it is near the spleen, and they have him on some Chinese medication that is stopping it from bursting or bleeding, which has been working really well for him, which is the original reason I took him in and he was diagnosed with it. But it's been since June of last year and it has not grown any larger. So it's...
But it's not operable, is that right?
It is operable, but it's $15,000.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
You must live in New York City.
He's 90 pounds, so the anesthesia and everything is,
yeah.
And because of the vascular tumor, it's a very intricate surgery.
Yeah. Well, what I got from him was, this might sound crazy, but I was told a multivitamin pill.
He is on multivitamins.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
And blueberries.
Blueberries, okay.
So.
Thank you.
And I wish, thank you for taking him in, because that's such a, I know it weighs on you when there's something wrong with them, and you can't, I mean, I've been in that situation where you can't do the work that needs to be done. And so, you know, bless your heart for taking him in.
Thank you. Thank you. He's just a gift. He really is.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy him.
I do.
Thanks, Donna. All right, go ahead, Kerri.
Yeah, he's very open to energy work. And as we know, or you might know, most animals are, and he's no exception. So if you're able to multiple sessions for him for something like this would be good. And yeah, he's very open to it. So I can kind of sense that tumor, and working with it to help him release and dissipate the whatever is going on, the blockages and whatnot.
Thank you, Kerri. Can that be done remotely as well? Can. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I just says with the getting the flow, getting the energetic flow back in that area.
All right. Anyone else have anything else for Debbie? Oh, Cindy. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Debbie, I just want you to remember that you're a healer as well, okay? And that you can start connecting with your higher self and God, creator, source of the beings of light that want to help you, and to step into your own power, okay? To act as a channel of the light to your animal, okay? And you can connect with the rest of the Reiki masters on earth to help and ask them to send Reiki energy at the moment that you're ready to be that channel. Put your hands directly over the area of your pet and just form a bridge of love from your heart to the tumor. And once you've made that connection, I recommend golden healing energy, okay? And just let it flow. Let it flow and let it flow.
All right.
And then just make sure that you're, that you're in gratitude for the healing that came through for the moment, not only for the pet, but for you as well. Because I think the pet is reflecting a part of yourself.
Oh, I hope not. I wouldn't want to do that to him.
Well, our pets often take on things, for us. And like the other practitioners have said, it could have been from a previous experience that he took on for another family, okay? But he knows that he loves you and you love him. And that's the love can cure almost everything. You know that, right?
Yes, I do.
He's going to be around for a long time. So I think this journey together is a teaching point, a learning point, and a point of validating you as a healer. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you, Cindy. Thank you for opening that door for me. I appreciate it.
And Kerri, got something else? Go ahead.
Yeah, when Cindy mentioned that, it reminded me, Debbie, how I found out I was a healer was because of my dog and his issues. And the knowing, and I had neck issues and he had neck issues, and then that whole story. And then my hands moved on their own towards his body of where that healing needed to happen. So yeah, I just want to reiterate the abilities that you have to help him as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And go ahead, Denise.
Just one other quick thing about that is that our pets often do take on some of our issues, but they choose to do that. They offer, and also that's often their purpose. So sometimes they came just for that. So that's kind of for everybody that's listening. If that ever comes up, I just don't ever want anyone to think that they did something to their pet, but they will often take on some of our problems just because they choose to.
Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate it, Denise.
Oh, and let's see, Donna's got something else too. Go ahead, Donna.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Debbie, that I will be sending him healing energy. As soon as this is over, I'll do a healing session for him for you. So
Thank you. I really
could you tell
appreciate
me tell me what color he is?
He's a fawn color.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know I'll do that for him because I'd like to do it.
Thank you so much, Donna. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. This was really insightful for me to be able to feel more comfortable taking care of him. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Debbie. Thanks so much, everyone, for your answers. All right, let's see. So Kelly's next. So just everyone knows who's coming. We've got Kelly, then Mary, then Nikita, then Karen, and then Lisa. We might be filled with questions. Yeah, to see how that goes. All right, great. Kelly, let's go find you. And oh, there you are. All right, let's get you up here in the spotlight. All right, there you are. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hi. Thanks to all of you. This has been really fascinating so far. So there's a lot going on. I don't even know how to quickly say it all, but I lived with my mom for 2 years, taking care of her. So I brought my 2 cats into her household, and she already had 1 cat. And they never really got along. My 2 cats are brother and sister. I've had them since they were 4 months old. They were actually abandoned in my front yard. They and I have felt for a long time like I'm a tribe with them. Anyway, now my mom died in December. So Tapioca lost her mom, as did I. Tapioca has always been, even when my mom was alive, a very, very fraidy cat. She is the worst fraidy cat I've ever known. And she would spend a lot of time in the basement. Now I made her a little place in the closet, and she spends most of her time in there. She will come out sometimes, and one time, I can't remember if it was one or both of my cats were in my lap, and she actually got into my lap too, but there was a bunch of hissing, and that's never happened again. My cats often sleep with me, or they come and go. Tapioca enters the room sometimes and looks up at us, and I try to kind of encourage her, but I also know it could cause a kerfuffle. So that's my main concern. I guess I think that she's kind of a loner, and maybe that's okay with her to just be in the closet. But I often, when I'm with my cats in our little tribe, sometimes think about her and just feel like she's alone out there. I also wonder how much, or if at all, she's like missing my mom. At the same time, Fang and Jenny, my two cats, have both, now they have hyperthyroid, so I'm supposed to give them pills twice a day, which is kind of traumatizing me because it reminds me of taking care of my mom. And I feel in some ways like I kind of screwed that up, and I get really scattered and forget to give them their pills. So I'm worried about that too. And both of them, Fang and Jenny, they're not eating like they used to. And it seems like whatever I try to give them, they're not that interested. So sorry, I feel like that's a lot, but thank you in advance.
Yeah, it's great to have it all together too, so we can see how to weave that all together in the answer. And I just want to say, just as before everyone else jumps in, I hope you're taking care of yourself. And I hear how some of this is really hard on you, because some of the journey for you is really learning how to love and care for you. You've spent so much of your life taking care of others. And taking care of you in here is super, super important. I just know that you're trying really hard, like you're taking lots of steps and you're doing the best that you can. And so knowing that about you is really important.
I'm trying.
Yeah. And I use that word try and use that word try. And so like, it's a tricky word, and it's, yeah, so really committing to.
And the best you can is really powerful for me lately, because it reminds me that you can only do what you can do. There's some things that you wish you could do that you just don't have the energy or the time or the money or whatever. So yeah.
And I don't know if it's relevant for any of the things that's happening with your cats, but I know that for Aylin, the vets didn't know about some topical things that she could give them instead of injections. And so we had a vet that helped us with Serena's passing, that worked with us for a couple of months. And so there are some topical things we could special order so that it could be easier on her giving them to Serena, easier on Aylin too. So just want to let you know in general about those things. Sometimes vets don't know all of the options or don't think of them. All right, so we've got Carolyn, Donna, and Anne in line so far. Go ahead, Carolyn.
Hi, Kelly. Thank you for sharing so much and feel your pain and feel all that you're going through. The first thing I just want to say is I mentioned Rescue Remedy before. I think that would be perfect for you and all the cats, like for a couple of months. Just add it to your water. That will help you with your like almost PTSD kind of reaction to what you've got going on, because you're carrying a lot with going on. So the first thing is to help yourself and to take care of yourself and do whatever you can to, just do what you can. Again, there's no time limit. There's no pressure. You have to take care of yourself, forgive yourself and love yourself for all that you're going. You did what you could for your mom. You're doing what you can for all these cats. As far as your mom's cat that you've taken in, one of the things that I do in my energy work is helping to bring like a cat like her into your tribe so that it becomes part of the whole group and she's not on the outside. Because as long as she's feeling on the outside and your cats are making her, it all is a dynamic. So kind of creating a new family so that they all feel like they're part of it together. Now there's going to be an adjustment phase and your cats have to adjust. But again, the more you're able to accept that and move with it, that will allow your cats to accept the other one in there. Plus, your mom's cat is probably also dealing with trauma and loss and grief. So energy work for her would be ideal in the sense of helping to clear the loss of, letting her know, also just being able to talk to her and let her know what happened to your mom so that she understands what's happening and where she is right now. So she doesn't feel like, okay, I'm suddenly going to be pushed out or abandoned. Because she could be feeling like, all right, now they're going to get rid of me because I don't belong here. So just that's where the communication piece can be very strong to help her to understand what's going on and your cats to understand what's going on. But a lot of love right now for all of you. And, really take care of yourself. The more you can take care of yourself and breathe, even if you just stop and do 5 minutes of deep breathing and relaxing and just letting go, so that you're able to calm and relax. That grounding thing, if you can do some grounding and let go of those emotions through your grounding route into the earth, so you're not holding on to it and recycling it over and over again. And it's a process. Everybody deals with grief, and you're dealing with, a lot of things going on here right now. So one step at a time, love yourself, love your kitties, and we're all here to help you if you need it. So thank you.
Thanks, Carolyn. All right, we've got Donna and then Anne. Go ahead, Donna.
Hi, Kelly. I'm sorry for your loss for your mom. Could you tell me about how long ago she crossed over?
She died at the end of December, so it's been about 4 months.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, and what color is tapioca?
All white.
Okay. I'll just pick up on her first. I agree with what Carolyn just said to you, and one thing that you might try to do in talking with her is if you could arrange a way, she's in a closet, if it's in a room where you can close the door so your other kitties don't come in, and then you could just go and sit beside her as she's in the closet and just talk to her and say, your mom is gone, but she's still here with us, and you have a forever home here, and I love you as much as mom did. And, just kind of, and you can talk out loud, or you can just talk in your mind. You don't have to, and the thing that really struck me was that she came out of the closet that one time, which is a huge plus in her trust for you. Okay, so that tells me that she absolutely trusts you, and she was trying to make, to come forward. So take that and go with it. And the other thing is, and when I've dealt with kitties that have lost their owners and are trying to adjust, they are very, very slow. You think an elephant's slow? Cats normally take at least 6 months and sometimes 8 months before they will adapt and come out of their shell and totally come into it. So if you can look at it in that long time frame for her, that will help. And as far as the other two kitties with their hyperthyroid, they can be a pistol. And I agree with trying to find, if you can find some topical. And I think they even have now a mouth spray. It's like a spritzer that you can use instead of trying to get a pill down. So try to find something to make your life easier, and them too. But and they will accept her. I mean, it'll just take time. So if you can allow yourself, everybody else is saying, to take care of yourself, and obviously you've got a long time ahead of you to adjust to all the changes that you have. And I know how it feels, and take care of your mom like that. I had the same thing. And then when they've crossed over, it's like suddenly there's all this time that you were taking care of them, and it's kind of an empty spot. And so take care of yourself, dear. And I think everything's going to work out. I think that little pumpkin is going to come around pretty quick, but she does need a little bit of one-on-one with you, so if you can just go in there maybe every other day or every day and just sit down with her like 3 minutes, say, here I am, hope you're doing okay, that kind of thing. So try to get close to her. Okay.
I'm feeling, Kelly, that this is a transitional period for her, because there was really a very strong bond between the cat and is Kelly gone?
No, I'm right here.
Yeah, there was a really strong bond between the cat and your mother. I feel that your mother gave her a lot of love, and she felt that she was in a home where she was loved and safe. And I feel that she doesn't really feel a connection, an emotional connection with the other cats. She knows that they are part of the household, and and that they're not going to go away, but she doesn't feel connected with them. So it might be, so maybe you could get something, if the cats have a blanket that they lay on, anything that has the cat scent, that has their odor. I think that you should put that in the closet, so that when she, I think that just smelling the odor of the cat, she'll become more calm and more accepting and open to the other cats being a hard part of the household, and maybe start to feel more safe, like the other cats are not going to reject her or push her away or do anything to harm her. So I think just having something with her odor so that she becomes familiar with them, and then maybe taking one cat at a time into the bedroom where she's in the closet, so that she will become less fearful. She will see that the cat is not going to harm her or hurt her, and she'll become less fearful because she feels that maybe they're going to harm her or hurt her in some way. So I feel that she's always kind of ignored them and been distanced with them. And I feel perhaps when she was a kitten, before she maybe even came to your home, that she did get picked on. I don't feel she was a big cat, and she got picked on. And so she does have a barrier around her of protection, and really doesn't like other cats. But this will help her by kind of integrating her to integrate her with the other cats, and to know that they're not going to hurt her. And I think if you could do that, what will happen is she will start to migrate back into the other areas of the house. And she's never going to be the cat's friends, but she will accept them and not feel that she has to hide in the closet. So that's my information for you there.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Shelley. All right, great. We've got Anne and then Denise. Go ahead.
Hey, hi, Kelly. So I'm in the, how old is your mom? How old is Tapioca?
I think she's around 14.
Okay.
My cats are about 2 years older.
Okay. Okay.
And I do just want to say that she does come out of the closet. She just spends most of her time in there. And my girl cat in particular has actually gotten into it with her.
Yeah.
So she already knows that they reject her. And I've tried to talk to all three of them and assure them that no one's a threat to anyone, but I'm not good enough yet to do that.
So so here's what I want to say. And I don't know if you need it, but I'm going to give you permission to find a new home for your mom's cat, because you've got a lot going on, and trying to integrate, do that work in addition to your healing work and taking care of your cats. If that's something that you think you could do, it might be helpful. There are people, you don't have to take her to a shelter. You could find someone who, there are people who really like having senior cats and who want to take care of them. And so I just want to offer that as a possibility for you, because it's a lot. And I think that this is something that emotional freedom technique, if you're familiar with it, it's also called tapping. You can find tons of things on the internet about it. I think this would be really helpful, even if you could watch a video. There's a thing called borrowing benefits that they talk about. So if Like if you watch a video of someone doing EFT that like they didn't make, like they question the choices that they made, or that someone has died in their life, right? All of that, you can actually watch it and go through the tapping with the video and get some benefits yourself. So if you want to try that, I think that would be really helpful for you. That's mostly, I agree, you know, spending time with her would be great, you know, outside of the other cats. I feel like you do that. So yeah, so I think that's what I have to offer, is thinking about that. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, thanks, Anne. And I put in the chat too, like I'm someone that adopted two older cats at one point when someone died, and like it was lovely to have them. And yeah.
My mom specifically asked me to take care of her. My mom was worried about her when she was dying. So
yeah,
that would be very hard for me to do.
And
I have considered that this might not be the happiest place for her.
And I want to
We're
encourage you
still
that
in my mom's home, so that was her home.
You were given as the caretaker to make the choices that would be best to support her, right? So it doesn't mean that it's you personally has to do it every day.
Okay, yeah, fair. Thanks.
Denise and Kerri, go ahead, Denise.
So most of what I was going to say has already been mentioned, but I think definitely she's sad and she misses your mom. So I do think spending time one-on-one would be good with her, and also inviting her into the pack, letting her know that she's invited, because it does seem like she's kind of feeling like she's on the outside. The other thing is that I feel like your cats were not attached to your mom. So they're kind of like, life as usual. So they kind of have a different perspective because they don't understand what she's going through. So I know you've said you've already kind of talked to all of them, but I think that that's part of it too, is if we could help them understand that, you know, just what's going on. And I do think it might be good to have someone communicate with Tapioca if you're trying to figure out really what to do and if she wants to go somewhere else. Right now, I feel like I'm getting all three of their energies, so that is not coming through very clearly. I would want to focus more, you know, and give her all of my attention. But that's something that if you do consider, I think that, you know, any one of us here could help talk her through that process.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
All right, go ahead. Kerri's next. Go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to also share talking with Tapioca, keeping all your options open with her and let her help you with the decision. So in you talking with her or using an animal communicator and just bringing that up, that you can say how much you care for, how much you love her, but you understand where she is right now and it's not working very well, but you're willing to try, you know, we can try this, we can try that, but just giving her those options that she can be in a different home if that's something that she thinks would be better for her. It's amazing what they really do understand, verbal or nonverbal. So if you spend that time, we talked about earlier, I think it was Cindy talked about making that heart connection. When you connect with your heart to the animal, you know, have a space where you meditate for a few minutes, so you get your vibration up, and then make that connection, and just be present, and just start those conversations so that she knows that she's welcome, that you love her, that you understand that you're going through grief also. You're both basically both doing it together in a different way, and then present that as an option. But I understand if you want to move somewhere else, and then again, having an animal communicator help with that as well, if you'd like it, I think would be good. Yeah. So
Right.
that's it.
Cindy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Kerri. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, so I want you just to take a deep breath in now and really love yourself at this very moment. Like, take a deep breath in, everybody, and ground that love all the way down into the earth. and then mix it with the earth energy and your energy on a breath and bring that back up and out to your cat, all of them. I want you to feel the peace, the harmony, the happiness, and the health that you so want them to feel, okay? So the message I got from Tapioca was, tell me you love me. For me. And then she says, I like catnip. To help get along with the other cats, there are lickable treats. I don't know if you've seen these before. They're in little tubes and cats just love them. And that's where you're going to find all your cats wanting them. So if you offer it to her, I'm sure your other cats will come by and want to lick. And then they'll find, they'll want to join in because nobody wants to be left out. And of course, help each one to have a little bit of a lick. And then to the question of what to do with her, she really says, she says, keep me with you, okay? I want to stay with the family here. I'm not ready to go anywhere else right now, okay? And I want to remind you, you also have an amazing healer inside you at a soul level, okay? I want you to step forward into that healer role, okay? And accept the help that's coming forward for you. You are being helped. So there you go.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you
Yes.
all.
Thanks, Kelly, for your question. And yeah, caring, loving answers. All right. Oh, and Kelly, there's I would say there's someone in particular that is going to be sending you a message that also has some similar situations and also has some insight. So I just wanted to let you know, look for that in the chat. All right, great. Okay, let's see. So we've got Mary next. Let me go find Mary in here. Mary. And Mary, if you unmute and start talking, you'll probably come to the front of my there you are. Okay, great. You are muted right now, but we've got you. So unmute. Okay, great. We should be able to hear you now.
Great. Hi. Yes, at the end of March, I had to make the decision to help my heart boy dog cross over after he had been diagnosed with a brain tumor for about a year. And I was hoping that I would feel him more around me, but I don't. But I did ask for a sign when he made it over there, and I did receive that sign, so I was very happy about that. But I just thought I would feel him more, in my presence.
And so are you hoping that people might be able to connect you with him? What is it that you'd love to have happen today?
I guess maybe just to know that he's okay. And, I know that we, as pet owners, we have to make those decisions sometimes. And I hope he knows that I made the best decision I could.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for sharing. And oh, go ahead, Denise.
Barry, was your dog kind of like a brownish or blackish dog? And was he a short-haired dog and kind of medium built?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel his presence around you. And he says that you were a good mother and that you took good care of him, and that you were always looking out for. He knew that he trusts you because he knows that you were always looking out for his best interest and that you wanted what was best for him.
Yes.
So he feels that, yes, you made the right decision and letting and allowing him to make his transition. He says, although he loved you, he knew that it was time for him to make his transition.
Okay.
That he knew that this is the right time for you to do it. And he loves you, and he just wants you to know, yes, you did the right thing. I was ready, to make my transition. We were together a long time, and I was happy with you. And you're always going to be my forever home, meaning that he's telling you that he's still in the home with you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, and he feels that you have a lot of love to give, and that there is going to be another dog that you're going to end up adopting. And you're going to be adopting this dog around May, June, or July. Spirit is leading you to another dog. He says he wants you to give this dog a home. He says the dog is a white dog, and that when you see the dog, you will know that this is your new dog.
Okay, thank you.
And Mary,
You're welcome.
Mary, what is his name? Some of the practitioners need a name.
Ruger.
Can you say it again?
Ruger. Ruger. R-U-G-E-R.
Yeah, that's what I got. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, Donna, go ahead.
Mary, was he, about what size was he?
About
Was he
65 pounds.
Small?
I'm sorry?
How big was he?
65-pound boxer.
Okay. And this may sound really strange, but what he's showing me is I was picking up a big dog, but I thought, anyway, he said he comes to you at night and he hovers over your bed. But I was huge dog, like just hanging there. Like, I mean, not, kind of like if he had angel wings, he would be like fluttering them and just hanging there. And he said he's watching over you, and and he's there. And he said, he must have had a sense of humor because
definitely. He was a clown.
He said, does she really want me to flop down on her? Because he said, I'm huge. he said, but I'm getting the idea that if you do wake up in the middle of the night and you sense a presence, a dark shadow sort of type thing above your bed, above your head. Well, actually, it's not over your head. He's over more like towards where your hips would be. But that's where he's hovering. And he said he comes most every night. He just wants to make sure you're doing okay. And he's sending good love.
Yeah, if I was laying down and he was on the bed, he would be like, he'd just be a couple inches from my face, just like looking right at me, when he was here. So I could definitely see that he would still be doing that, just like right next to my face.
And Donna, sorry, I accidentally muted you when I was trying to lower your hand. So unmute yourself. Thanks. Oh, it's not unmuted yet. Okay,
I got it.
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So yeah, I'm glad you could sense that. But if you do happen to wake up in the middle of the night, he might just pop down on the bed with you. But yeah, that and he's also telling me that he had I don't know if I have not criticizing you for bathing him, but he said he had a good doggy smell. So if you smell doggy at night, that's him. So I don't know if he was kind of odoriferous or, some dogs are.
He probably did smell good. He was a show dog, so he got nice bathed and spritzed and stuff. So yeah, he had a nice smell to him. Yeah,
would recognize those particular odors. Okay, so he said he can come in like that if that's what you need. So,
okay.
But just talk to him, dear. Just talk to him. Always talk. Just out loud or in your head. Send love through your heart, and him for being around you. And
I will.
Yeah, he's hanging around because he really wants to be with you. So
wonderful. Thank you.
Great. Denise, go ahead.
So what came through, and this was actually when Donna was talking, he said he was trying to be gentle. And I feel like that might have been something that you have said to him before when he was doing things, but also he feels like he didn't want to scare you or be overpowering. I don't know if that means anything, but also what struck me when you said you thought you would feel him more is that he's saying that he's definitely here with you. And I would just encourage you to follow your other senses.
Okay.
You know, the clairs, you know, you might hear things or see things. And so it just struck me the way that you said that I would just try and pay attention to the other signs because he's definitely there. So as opposed to sitting in your feelings, like notice what you see or what you hear around you or smell, like Donna said.
Okay. Very good.
All right, great practitioners. Anything else for Mary? Are all the birds from outside, Mary, where you are?
Yes, and I have my other ones have a squeaky toy, so they're squeaking that toy. But I also have his grand puppy here that I didn't think I was ready to keep him, but all of a sudden I opened my heart and I think he's going to stay.
Great.
I think I'm ready. I mean, I didn't think I was ready, but I think I need to be ready.
I know Donna's laughing. Yeah, it's great. Donna's showing. Yeah. All right, sweet. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next we've got Nikita. So I'm on a journey to find Nikita. Where are you? If you're not, all right, yeah, let me go look over to the far left if you're here. Okay, great. I found you.
Okay.
It doesn't give me, oh, can you turn your video on? It doesn't let me spotlight you until your video.
Start. Okay.
Okay, so I should now be able to spotlight you. There you go. All right, great. Go ahead. Kiki.
Okay. So I had a dog pass away some years ago, and recently I've had a desire to get a specific animal, and I'm wondering if that's like his way of coming back, if this animal comes about, will I be able to take care of it? Like, I have a lot of questions concerning this particular animal.
Well, go ahead. You said you have a lot of questions. You said, will you be able to take care of it? Did you want to say what any of the other questions are, and we'll see if anyone can address it?
Well, just if my dog that I had lost, if he has any messages for me was the question originally, and then I had a desire or an interest in getting a specific type of animal, and I'm wondering if that's his way of coming back to me, and my questions just concern if I could take care of it, if it would fit into like my lifestyle, and trying not to block it, but
yeah. And then the animal that passed, what was his name?
Sparks.
Bart? Okay, Sparks. Great. And then practitioners, I don't know if it would be helpful, anything about the specific animal she's thinking of getting now, or do we want to wait and see what comes through? Okay, so yeah, so can you say anything about the one that you're feeling called to get?
A bird.
A bird, okay.
Yes.
And it's a specific bird that you've seen that you know, or it's just a call to a bird?
An exotic bird, but I think in 1 minute I think it's this like a parrot, but then the next minute it might be a cockatoo, or is it a smaller bird? Like, I'm just kind of trying to leave myself open to whatever comes.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think this helps a lot for people to answer. All right,
sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. It's great.
I found a bird, but I felt more that it was going to be a parrot. I'm picking up a parrot because I'm seeing the red and the orange and the blue and a parrot. And it did feel like it was going to be a boy, a male parrot, and that he was going to have a lot of personality. You know, I just feel he's like your dog. I feel your dog was funny. The parrot will do a lot of funny things.
Yes.
I do feel that you're really going to bond with this parrot because it feels like everywhere you go, you're taking the parrot with you. You know, so it looks like he will like traveling in the car. He will like being outdoors, because I feel that this bird will love the outdoors. He won't want to be in the house all the time. And he's a social bird. So I feel that if you leave him home, he's just going to chirp up a storm. He's going to be pissed off. You know, so I really feel, yes, I really feel you're going to end up with a parrot. You might be going to the pet store looking for a cockatoo, but then you're going to see the parrot and you're going to want him. You know, you're going to be drawn to him. So I feel, I am feeling that that's going to be your new pet, and I feel it's going to be happening soon.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Great, thanks, Shelley. All right, Carolyn, go ahead.
Hi. So what I'm getting from Spark is he's like, okay, I want to come back, and he's like, he says, I want to be a bird. I want to be red. He's thinking into that spark thing. It's like that oranges and reds and yellows. And he wants to talk and sing. So you may be getting something that is very vocal. So okay. You want to be prepared for that. He has a lot to say, and he felt like he could never really truly express himself as a dog. I mean, he did, but it was not the same way. I also get the sense that seeing him flying around, and he really wants to be able to spread his wings and be able to move, and to be in some sort of scenario where he can be flying or can be moving around, because he wants to have that freedom. He likes the bird's eye view, literally, seeing things from above. And he has a lot he wants to share with you. And so he's hoping now that he can express things in a way and have conversations with you that he wasn't able to quite have when he was a dog. And he's gained and learned a lot since he's been gone. And so he's kind of ready now to come back as the kind of the new and improved himself, to really share with you some new ideas, new things, and to be a real support for you. Also, I get the sense this bird will be around for quite a long time. So it will be a long-term commitment and a long life, because a lot of these birds can live a long time. So just know that it's going to be, he's going to be there for a long time.
Yes.
So that's pretty much what I'm getting. I hope that helps.
Thanks, Carolyn. We've got Cindy in line, then Donna. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, I'm going to take you back to a past life when it's in Mayan times, and you took care of birds. The birds were used for the big headdresses that were being worn. So now, I'm glad that you're tapping back into wanting to take care of birds again. They are a big responsibility, and the bigger the bird, the more responsibility. And you have to be ready for that, because like Carolyn was talking about, you need an aviary, really, to be able to let the bird fly and be in a safe environment. Because within the home setting, they can be very destructive, especially if they're not happy or want to be ornery. And they can be ornery when they're young. And your bird will be very, very talkative. So parrots are very smart, and they can pick up on any of the words that you use all the time. So just be aware of that as a greeting. And you get my drift.
Yes.
And, yeah. And so, but I get that your dog really will be there to actually help you. Not necessarily be the bird, but to help you raise the bird. And like a wise one, you know what I mean? Like a totem animal, I would call it in shamanism. Yeah. So I want to encourage that relationship. I'd encourage you to look in Mayan history and see if you don't connect with some of the symbols and some of the time. You can close your eyes and kind of visualize being there, taking care of the birds. Yeah. And I think you'll really, that'll be a fun thing for you to do. Thank you.
And I just want to mention, someone wrote in the chat, I wasn't sure which Cindy they were referring to about macaws. So Cindy McGonagle, I don't know if you referred to macaws or if it was someone else they were responding to in the chat. Just wanted, in case it was you somehow, I just wanted to mention.
Someone just said about a large talking bird.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I think it was Carolyn that was talking about a larger bird.
Oh, Carolyn. Okay, great. Well, all right, let's see. So Donna, you're next.
Hi, Kiki. I can understand your fascination with large birds like that, but have you ever been in a room with a parrot?
I have actually been to a
They
rescue.
are so loud. And if you live in an apartment, I can guarantee you that your neighbors are going to be having you evicted because they are really, really loud. I mean, loud. And they're also very demanding. If you don't exercise them and make sure that they can fly around in it, like I think it was Carolyn and Cindy was saying about in a large aviary outside, they will begin to pluck their feathers out in frustration, and they'll become bold. And the other thing is that a lot of them live to be 30 to 50 years old. So taking on as like your rest of your life, okay? Yeah. Because they live forever. So I just caution you. I agree that your Sparks is sending you a bird. But you might think about a canary. They sing, and they sing very quietly. Too much space. But anyway, I just caution you because I've known people that have parrots, and of course, I guess I like my quiet, so I guess I'm prejudiced with all the squawking. But if
I'm used to loud noises.
Then enjoy, dear. Have fun.
I'm just, I think if I was open to getting one, it would be from a rescue. So I'm trying to just fill everything all out.
Yeah, there's a lot of rescue places that have them. So enjoy, dear.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else have something for Kiki? Okay, go ahead, Anne.
So I just, one thing to add to what everybody else was saying, I just keep hearing a bird that is whistling a lot. And so rather than maybe also talking, but there's just a lot of whistling going on. And it's just, it's a very happy bird. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Any other practitioners? Anything else for Kiki? And I just want to mention someone else is sending me messages in the chat, and feel free to message Kiki after we're done answering her question. All right, great. Well, thank you so much, Kiki, and I'll look for a message from someone else if they write you. All right.
Thank you.
Great. All right, let's see. Next we've got, and a couple of you still, I haven't seen your payments yet, and one of them I'm texting back and forth with, so we'll figure that out. And then also just Lisa, I know you're in line, but I haven't seen your payment yet. So could you double check? Can you see if you can see it on PayPal on your end? All right, next we've got Karen in line. All right, let's go find Karen. And bring you up to the front. And more people are arriving. Where is Karen? Karen.
Root.
Oh, Root is Karen. Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Root.
Hi, thank you. Um, yeah, so I guess I'm always a little nervous sharing on Zoom, so just bear with me.
It's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, my question is about my childhood cat, one of them. She's long since passed, but she was a really special cat for me, and we were really close when I was a kid. Looking back, I have really felt like she was my angel in that time. But something that sort of sticks on my heart is that later, as I got older, I kind of became distant and like took out a lot of my frustration on her that I was experiencing in my household. And I feel like I've made a lot of peace about it, but I want to let her know again that I'm sorry. And I guess just know if she needs or wants to say anything about that time. Whether like at any point along the way when we were best pals or when things got a little harder. And then I guess another part of my question would just be that sometimes I feel that I sense her around. So wondering if she might have any, and like wanting to help. And so maybe if she has any messages for me and or my family, who she also grew up with, just for right now in our lives from her vantage point and what she sees is going on. Yeah, I hope that was semi-coherent.
Yeah, that was. I didn't catch, did you say her name?
I didn't actually, thank you. Fuzz, but sometimes we called her Fuzzy.
Can you say that it's Fuzzy or what is it?
Yeah, Fuzz or Fuzzy, Fuzz. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. And thanks for your patience while everyone's checking in. All right, Donna's got something. Go ahead, Donna. Donna, you're muted.
And Karen would be my name when I knew her.
About how old was she when she crossed over?
She was almost 20.
Uh-huh. And what color was she?
She was like a kind of a Maine Coon mix, so long hair, brownish tones with like a mane.
And how long she been gone?
Oh gosh, I don't know, between 10 and 15 years, maybe 12, 13.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Denise.
So Fuzz is coming through to me as a very calming energy. And I think that was her role or a job that she felt in your household, was to bring this calming energy. And I feel like she was there to help with that. Even if maybe everyone didn't feel that was kind of her purpose. And she was like, I'm going to be here and help ground, I think, and just be a presence there. And I see her following you, and being one of your best friends. I feel like when you were really small, she was like your best friend, and she just wanted to do whatever you were doing. And I see her still doing that. I see her, when you said you feel like she's with you, I see her kind of behind you. Like she's like, I've got your back. I'm back here. and we may not be like face to face, but I'm back here watching out for you. So it's just kind of a different kind of interaction, that she's always there. And I think she always has been, even when there were times that that maybe you were kind of off doing your own thing and things got harder. She was still there, and she knew that it was her job to support you in whatever you were going through. So she came into this physical body knowing that that's what she was going to do, and knowing that there would be hard times. So she loves you, and she always has. And she says, I don't need to forgive you for anything, but you need to hear that. So she wants you to know that she does forgive you, because she knows that that's what you need to hear.
All right, thanks, Denise.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. We've got Anne and Carolyn. Go ahead, Anne.
Okay. So, such a sweet kitty. She came to me with a message, and this is what she said. She said, "Oh, honey, don't fret. I know you loved me, and I held you close. I'm still your angel. I'm around you all the time. Please take care of yourself. Don't worry. It's all good. We were the best of friends, and we still are. Just take care of yourself." Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anne. All right, we've got Carolyn and then Donna, and then I know Shelley might have something to share too. Go ahead, Carolyn.
Hi, Ruth. Thank you for being here and telling us about her. I get with her energy. She's incredibly, very large energy, very much of a mothering energy. My sense that she came in is very much kind of a guardian angel kind of energy for you then and for you now. She was there to protect you. She was there to support you. She relished and appreciated you being able to express yourself when you were, having a rough time and doing it, because she was there to help kind of be your sounding board and help you to release that. So she took that on to help you process it so you could get it out of your system. So she does not feel bad at all or upset with you, because that was her job, was to help you clear those energies. And so she's very much loving you, supporting you. And again, just that very much of that mothering, supportive energy. I see her. And like the other people were mentioning, just very grounding, very balanced, very calming. And she's still doing that for you today. You call for her or connect with her, so that you can ask for her if you need her to be there for you, but she is there for you when you need her. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that helps.
Thank you. Yeah.
Carolyn, right? Yeah, Donna.
Hi. This cat is a really special cat. What Carolyn said about her being your guardian angel is spot on. Okay. She is I don't know how to explain this to you. She is bonded to you. You have been with her many, many lifetimes, and it's a forever bond. And she already is planning on your next lifetimes together. Okay, so be ready for that. But she is, do you know how they talk about witches having a familiar cat? A familiar?
Yeah.
She's your familiar, okay? And she is your forever. She's been with you so many lifetimes. And she showed me one lifetime where you were kind of, I don't know, it was kind of like, looked like a kind of like a castle, but it was big stones. It was of maybe, like 1300s, 1400s, something like that. And she was sitting on one of those big steps, stone steps in the sun, sunning, and you were working. I don't know if you were using a spinning wheel or sewing or doing something like that, but she was with you. And in that particular lifetime, you shielded her, you protected her because there's a lot of other stuff going on, and you held her when she died that time. You were with her. And so she said that she wants you to know that what you experienced with her in this lifetime was another life contract. You've had many life contracts with her, but this was a life contract. And you guys agreed to experience the trauma that you went through. And she said, so there's no guilt in it, because you both decided that you wanted to have this experience in this lifetime so that you could grow both in her spiritual growth and in your spiritual growth. It was something that you wanted to share. So she said, because you are bonded to her totally, she said, she stays with you constantly. She is constantly with you. And she said that there's never a second, there's never a minute of the day that she isn't with you. She said, time has no meaning. It can be 50 years from now and she will still be with you. And I don't know if you've ever felt her when you're sitting on the couch, a little pressure maybe on your thigh, because that's sometimes like where she likes to push up against you when she's watching you read or watch television or something. But she wants you to know that they're not to only what she wants you to remember to bring out of this lifetime that you shared is she wants you to remember the happy times, the fun, the laughter, the playing, the joy, the lightness, because she said that was as much as important as the trauma, that they're equally important as to what you guys experienced. And she said, I don't know if you want to hear this. She said, when it's your time to cross over, she's going to be the first one there at the Rainbow Bridge to greet you. And she's showing her paw up like, hi, hello, welcome back. So I hope that helps, because she is really, like Carolyn said, she is a guardian angel, a very high vibration. So, it's really, really special. You are so blessed to have her with you for the time that you had her. So.
So much, so special to hear. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, Ruth. All right, let's see. We've got Cindy, and then I think Shelley has something to share too. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, so Ruth, I know that you're a deeply spiritual person, and I want to let you know what I heard was, I forgive you now from Fuzz, and now you must forgive yourself totally. And you know that. I want you to call on me to work with you. All right. Do you work with plant medicine at all? We can't hear you. You're mute.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because she wants to work with you to help you along that line. Okay. And there's a magical connection between you and this cat. And so I don't know if you cast a circle when you're doing your plant medicine, or if you're working with the moon and the stars, but the cat's right there to help you, to energize it. And I see you actually being able to really make powerful medicine for people, whether it be a tincture or a thought. Okay. I see you again traveling quite a bit, and the cat travels with you. So you have a lot of options ahead of you, and the cat is a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
All right, Shelley, did you have something?
I feel that the cat and you have shared your spiritual journey more than one time. So I feel that she has transitioned back into this plane, and that you are going to be able to reconnect again. that it took her a long time to make her transition back into the plane because she just needed to do a lot of healing. I'm feeling that she is a white cat and she is a female cat and a small cat, maybe about 3 or 4 months old. That you're going to that you are going to be that she's going to be guiding you to her, because what she's saying is, I'm here and I'm ready to reunite and connect with you, and that I'm sorry it took a long time, but I really needed to be in a place where I could heal.
Mm. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Shelley. All right, anyone have anything else for Root? All right, thank you so much, Root, for your question, and yeah, the gentleness of your energy that everyone else is picking up on too.
Thank you, everybody, so much. Yeah, really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, next we've got Lisa. All right, so Lisa, there are a couple of you here. Let's see if they're both still here. Maybe just one of you. Yeah, go ahead, unmute, and let's see if we can hear you.
Okay, there we go.
Great, yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I've been bouncing back and forth between my phone and my laptop because I've been changing locations. That's why you've seen me up there twice. So you can see that, Laureli, I'm sorry.
I got it. Is that the first one or the second one? The second one, I definitely, you said there might be two. I definitely got the second.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Okay.
My name's Lisa. I've been a licensed massage therapist for 17 years. I've also been a certified equine sports massage therapist. But due to injury, that took me out of that field. But I really felt like I connected with horses on a deep level. And I really missed that kind of work. I've been diagnosed with MS in 2016 and have been physically going downhill pretty hard and pretty fast since then. And my cats have been with me from my healthy stages to my now decline where I'm at now. And I find it interesting that one of you had mentioned how your animals will sometimes pick up on your issues and manifest it in their body, basically. My cat Mocha started having knee issues right around the same time that I had my left knee replaced. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So I'm just concerned about my cats at this point. I can barely take care of myself physically. And so being able to take care of them physically I've been neglectful, unfortunately. I need to know if either one of them have serious health issues that I need to address. I know that Mocha has a knee issue and an eye issue, and I'm concerned about Raikou as well. I haven't been able to get either one of them checked out by vets in quite some time. And also Raikou, he is a large cat and he can be very stubborn. And there's times when I need him to move and he will flop down right in front of me, and it's a challenge for me to get around him. And I need to communicate with him. I ask him to move and he won't. And I get to the point where I have to yell at him, and I don't like having that energy with him. But I need to figure out how to ask him to move where he will actually move and get out of my way so I can either walk or sit or lay down. Any input there, ladies?
And thanks so
The cat we were talking about, is that a male cat?
Yes, Raikou, yes.
Yeah, because I see him running under your feet like I'm the one that needs to be noticed here. I'm the one that needs to be taken care of here. It's like he's feeling neglect and wanting you to notice and take care of him. And that's why I feel he's like getting right in front of you and your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what he's telling me. So he understands that it's not easy because you have your own health concerns and issues right now, but he's feeling pissy because he's feeling neglected. And I feel a younger woman around you. Is there another a woman that's younger in age than you, like a younger woman? I feel that there's going to be a younger woman that you are going to, because you're not in a position right now to really care for them because you have to take care of your health. I feel there's going to be another woman possibly that is going to come in and help you with the cats.
Okay.
And it feels that this younger woman is not connected to you, that this younger woman may be a daughter of a friend.
Okay, I'm not hitting on anybody right now, but that doesn't mean it won't happen in the future.
Yeah, it just could be someone that spirit is bringing in your life, because I feel a younger woman that's going to be helping you with the cats. And I'm picking her up like family, even though she's not related to you. I feel that there will be she would be like family to you.
Okay, I'll look out.
Yeah, so it might not make sense right now, but there will be another woman that is going to be around to help with the cats.
That'd be awesome.
And with the one that keeps getting in front of you, just give him some attention.
Okay. Yeah, he's almost always by my side. Anywhere I'm in the house.
Yeah.
He loves the dog.
Yeah.
All right, great. Thanks, Shelley. Donna, go ahead. And Donna, unmute.
Sorry. Could you tell me, first of all, about Mocha? You said does she have anything else wrong with her beside her knee?
Her right eye. After investigating her breed, she's a Norwegian forest cat. It's common for them to have knee or hip issues and eye issues. And I don't know if that's related, but her right eye looks like it's developing a cataract. And I don't know if her vision's affected.
How old is she?
They're both 11. And I adopted them at the same time from the same place as kittens.
Okay. Well, so you said she's a mountain cat?
Yes.
I agree with you about the knee issue, because it is very, very common for them to take on that malady that you have, trying to ease your own pain. So I'm not surprised at that at all. I think with the cataract, the cats are pretty good about getting around. They do a lot of with their whiskers and stuff. So even if she can't, but now the raccoon, what Shelley was saying about him wanting to be noticed, and you said he had health issues.
I'm wondering if he does. I'm not aware if he does. And I just want to check in on that.
Because I'm not picking up on him being too sick, but I think what he was saying, he wanted to be noticed, but I think it's more, sometimes they'll stick close to you because they don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that he's throwing himself down in front of you, just trying to say, look at me. I don't, something's wrong. I mean, that could be. I'm not picking up anything like really, really serious, but maybe at his age starting to develop maybe a little hypothyroidism or something like that. Is he eating okay?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I would just keep an eye out. The other thing is that I think because you're with them all the time, it would be quite easy for you to do a session where you just kind of get very quiet, maybe light a candle, some soft music or something, and then just talk to them. They understand what's going on with your health. They're quite cognizant of that. But if you can explain to them that you need their cooperation and you need them to, like for the male cat, you need to say to him, please do not get in my way. I need to keep my balance. And the longer I can keep my balance and And if you will agree to that, compromise here, then the energy in the house will be better. Will raise everybody's happiness level and raise the energy in the house. So if you can just ask them to help you, to help themselves, because as they help you, that makes you feel better and without the constant worry. Okay. And I think it would be great at their age. Of course, it would be very difficult for you to leave them or, rehome them. But if you can find someone to come in, even if it's just for an hour a day, clean the litter box, bring the cat food bags in from wherever you order them or whatever, just a little bit of help, brush them or whatever, wash their bowls and stuff. If you can think of any way that you could have someone come in for that short of a time to help you out, I think that would be a good answer. They're both okay. They're both going, yay! They got their front paws up, yay! She gets it now. So I guess they're agreeing with me that might be a possibility for you. That you're not alone. That you're not alone. That you can have someone come in and help a little bit like that. So. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Cindy, go ahead.
Okay, so Lisa, I do work in a shelter, a no-kill shelter. So the cats can be very vocal and very opinionated. Okay, so this is what Rika is saying. Get ready. I'm the boss of you.
Sounds like Raku.
Yeah. And so the cat that's behind me, not the orange cat, but the calico behind me is a Mancoon, and her name is Layla. They're both in spirit. And so she says, he's a bully. And they actually have a flower essence for bully cats. And so I'm going to recommend that you might look into that. When I tune into him, he says that I either have fleas, and I don't know if he does or not, or a little bit of an allergy. Okay. I don't know if you've seen that either. And my nails need trimming. Okay. And he goes, I'm bored. He says, play with me. Okay. So do you have a bathrobe with a tie?
I do.
Okay. Cats cannot resist this. Whip that.
Yeah, he's attracted to that. That's interesting. Okay.
And play with him until he's tired. Okay. Yeah. And but do it on a regular basis. Okay. Because he needs the one-on-one attention. And I think you're going to see the cat turn around.
That's interesting. Now, I've also started a new relationship. So there's a male that comes to the house fairly frequently now. And
a human, right?
Yes. And I'm wondering if they're okay with him.
He just says, I'm the boss of you.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think that's going to change.
Great.
But, love him. Play with him. Talk to him. Just talk out loud because he gets it. He totally understands, Yeah. And ask your other cat, to help with that relationship as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and Carolyn's got something to share. Go ahead, Carolyn.
I just wanted to follow up on your new man friend coming in. I think that could be very helpful. Let them know that he's that he's there to help. He's there to help you, and let them welcome him into the family so that they become part of it. And if he's good with cats, how does he work with cats? Does he like cats or?
He's very attentive to them. I mean, he makes sure that, they've got food and water, and he talks with them, and,
Well, and maybe he can play with them too, because I was getting that thing they need play, they need exercise, even a laser or throwing a mouse or something that you don't have to move very much, but you can get them moving. You can get those balls that you can put treats in, so they have to play with that to get that out. So that there are ways that they're getting their exercise, but it's very important. And I think Raiku, or whatever his name is,
Raiku.
he needs to play. He needs to burn that energy off. So he's trying to get their attention.
Okay.
And even Mocha, she's a little calmer, and like I think Donna mentioned, it's definitely coming. She's taking on some of your stuff. So
Yes.
You can talk to her and say, okay, I appreciate your help. You don't need to take it all on, but I really appreciate you helping me, acknowledging that and thanking her for her assistance, so that she knows that, you're noticing that you're taking, that she's helping you, because she's the one more to, I think, help and take on some of your stuff to help you through what you're going through right now. So that's all I have to add. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, practitioners, anything else for Lisa? All right, great. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for your question.
May I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
About the bird and the past life with the Mayan connection. That was cool. Thank you for adding that to, for Nikki, Kiki. That was awesome.
You're most welcome.
I will mute and step back. Thank you, ladies.
Great, thank you. All right, well, I thought we had there was someone else that was going to ask another question, but it's possible that she has taken off. I don't see her on anymore, and she's not responding to text. So I think that's it today. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions. All right, well, let me go ahead and maybe let's go around and practitioners will all share about ourselves again. So briefly share your name, your modalities, and how people can get in touch with you online. And this panel was recorded and it will go up, get posted online soon. I have high-speed internet now, so I got to get to all these. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I'm going to put the information in the chat again with the feedback form. If you'd like to give us some feedback on the session, that would be great. If you give us your email list, you'll hear from all the practitioners, and you'll also be able to be entered into a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. I also just put information. Oh, Cindy's asking about a question. Practitioners, who wants to stay for one more question, or do we? Does anyone have to go? Can we do one more question? Where can several of you stay? So if some of you have to go ahead. Let's share your information now. And then Cindy, if you want to, we can do one more question. So I'll give you the information for paying for a question. And then I know Anne's got to go. So yeah, go ahead. Share your name, your modalities, and how people can get in touch with you online when they watch the recording.
Okay, so my name is Anne Lally. My website is anancientconversation.com, and I do animal communication, people communication, energy healing for both EFT or tapping and mediumship. So yes, so you can reach me at, I have scheduling on my website. Again, that's anancientconversation.com.
That's
okay,
great. And
bye.
And just for the people that are here today too, you've got a special. It's $80 for 30 minutes. That's 20% off, and it's through May 1.
Yes, thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Anne. It's been lovely having you. It's your first time
fun.
with us, and I look forward to more.
Bye all.
Anyone else have to go? Carolyn, is that you? Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so I'm Carolyn Osborn from Chiron Energy Medicine, and I work with people and I work with animals. So my website is Chiron, CHIRON, energymedicine.com. I offer a free 20-minute consultation, plus I'm having a 20% off special for today, which the information is in the chat area for about the next 3 weeks. And I do energy healing, energy medicine healing, which is also a tapping modality, animal communication, and medical intuitive sessions. And I work with people and I work with animals. And if you have any questions, please contact me and would love to help you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Carolyn. Thanks for being here. All right, great. Well, Cindy, we do have, there are 2 Cindys here, so I don't know which. Let's see, it's the lowercase Cindy. You might still be making your payment. I can't pin you or can't spotlight you until you have your video on. I know you might be making a payment. So Cindy, do let us know if you want to ask a question. Now ask you to unmute too. Kerri, oh, did you have to take off? Go ahead, Kerri. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to get going. Yeah, I'm Kerri. I have my website is meridiannw.com. So that's in Meridian, as in meridiannorthwest.com. And I'm an energy healer. I work with animals and people in person or by distance. And I also, as a former school teacher, have a specialization working with children. And I am offering $50 sessions right now for people who attended tonight's event. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kerri. Lovely having you again. Cindy, I haven't heard back from you. Did you want to ask a question? Cindy, unmute or show us. I think that's, oh, there are 3 Cindys here, right? I think I'm checking in with the right one that's got a lower case name. Cindy, got to let us know quickly so we know what we're doing. So everyone, let me tell you about the other events we have coming up, and hopefully Cindy will be able to get back to us here briefly. We have coming up this Thursday, we have a panel on Beltane bonfires. That's a tradition about the beginning of like summer when the animals are allowed out on the pasture. And oh, okay, so Cindy's paying. Oh, it's a different Cindy now, it's capitalized. All right, I got to figure out, maybe they're both. And let's see. And then we have Friday, April 30th, we have a panel on career, jobs, education, and life purpose. That was super popular last time, so we scheduled another one. And then Saturday, May 1, we have another practice circle for opening to your gifts. We have 3 different practitioners that will all be having exercises for you to experiment with opening to your gifts, and then you can tell us what your gifts are, and we will see if we can assist you too. All right, you don't have a camera on your computer. All right, well, I can't. Let's see. So Cindy, okay, so let me check. Cindy's almost there. And then on May 2, Sunday, May 2, we have a fair with about 18 practitioners. Thursday, May 6th, we have a training panel. So this is a new type of panel. So for the practitioners that are newer, that don't feel ready to step up on a panel or be in the fair yet, we're going to do a training panel where 2 practitioners will help hold the space. We'll work with the practitioners ahead of time, the training practitioners ahead of time to get grounded and feel ready. And then the training practitioners will answer questions. It'll be half price to ask a question, still sliding scale. And then we'll also work with the training practitioners to help integrate their learnings afterwards, to help them get ready to be in a panel or at a fair. And then Saturday, May 8, we have kind of a teasingly, we have a panel on don't feed the medium. So don't give the medium information. So mediumship panel. I see some of you have to leave. So sorry you have to go. I hope you've had a great time. And then Cindy is ready to ask a question. All right, Cindy, go ahead, and you are unmuted. Go ahead and leap in and let us know your question. And I can see that you paid, and it looks like you paid twice. So I will refund one of them, unless they're, I think it's the same Cindy. Cindy, where are you? So I can't tell which Cindy you are, but so I'm going to unmute, ask to unmute all the Cindys, and hopefully one of you is the right one. Cindy, what's your question? It might be *6. I think someone mentioned that might be the way to unmute on your phone. If you can hear us, we can't hear you yet.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. All right.
Okay. I'm sorry. I never did PayPal before, and I did a request and then I did to send. So
okay, I see. Great.
I think I did it wrong. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I just had a question. Okay. I just had a question. My shepherd passed away 9 years ago, I think, and I had an astral visitation with him. I recently lost my little dog, and that was about 6 months ago, and I don't feel her, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I just feel like I wasn't sure if I made the right decision.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to have the same astral visitation as I was so bonded with my shepherd, but then being alone with her for 7 more years, I was even more bonded with her. And I felt such a strong connection with her that I never thought I would have.
So I know I've not fully tracked. Did you have 2 dogs, 2 shepherds? Everyone else may have.
No, the second dog was a retriever mix. She wasn't really little. Her name was Token. I just called her my little dog because she was 55 pounds and my shepherd was 120.
Okay, and did you say the name of your shepherd?
That was Baron.
Baron. Okay. All right, everyone's checking in.
But with Token, I kind of wanted the same experience because with him, with Baron, I had like an astral visitation. It was incredible. And I didn't have anything like that with her. And I just felt like I wasn't sure if I made the right decision, that she wanted to stay.
Yeah, everyone's checking in. Thanks so much for your question. Give just a moment. So I want to say too, I know how hard a decision this is. Aylin just went through this with her cat. She asked a question earlier. Really, really hard to know. Yeah, whenever any of you are ready, go ahead.
I see the dog around you, and she is going to want to connect and communicate with you. I feel she's just kind of waiting for the right moment. Because she feels I feel that you're very, sad over her loss. And she doesn't want to say anything that is going to cause you to be sad or have discomfort. So she seems to be waiting for the right time. So she's with you, and yes, she will communicate to you, and yes, she will appear to you, but she's waiting for you to be not upset. Right now you're very upset over her loss, and she wants you to kind of release that, and to know, to have faith in the love that you had with her, to know that she's there, that she will connect with you. She wants you to know that. So it seems like you're being upset is what's blocking her, because she's concerned about hurting you, because you're already hurt. And so once you could just accept that she's with you, that she hasn't left, and have faith that you are going to be connecting with each other again, and that she's going to speak with you, then that's when she'll come to you. So that's what she's been waiting on. And I'm not seeing her coming through an astral projection. I'm actually seeing her coming for your dream. There could be an astral projection, but if it does happen, it's going to happen not when you're in a meditative state, but when you're sleeping is when it's going to happen. And I feel that it's going to be sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and that you will see her in the dream state, and in the dream state, you will be able to travel where she is. But she just needs for you to kind of let go of some of the fear that you have of connecting with her, and the feeling sad, because she's just concerned. She doesn't want to hurt you. So she'll appear to you again. So just know that she's there, that she loves you, that you will connect, she will appear to you, and just try to release some of the hurt and just think about the love, the relationship that you shared. So I hope that helped.
Okay.
All right, we've got Donna in line and then Cindy in line. Go ahead, Donna.
Hi. The first thing token, first thing that she came through was that she said, yes, she was ready to go. Please don't have any guilt about that. And she's thanking you so much for letting her go, because she said she knows how much of a sacrifice that was for you to allow her to leave. And she wanted to go and she was ready, and she gives you great thanks for that. The second thing is that she has been around you already. And she's showing me right around the refrigerator. So I don't know if that's where she hung out, but she's showing me sitting or looking up at the refrigerator as you're opening it or something like that. She also showed me her and Baron together trotting along shoulder to shoulder as one. And she said, so they are like a hand and a glove, so to speak. They're with each other, and they are just around you, but as a single entity almost. They're like Mutt and Jeff, so to speak. And she asked you to please light 2 candles, one for each of them, and then to just sit yourself down very quietly and offer them gratitude for being with you. Gratitude and not sorrow. They want you to remember all of the good times you had, and that you are so grateful that they shared that you shared that time with them, and that in that way your sorrow will ebb, and you'll become more open, as Shelley was saying, to having them come in your dreams and or around the house. But it's very hard for them to get their energy. They're very high vibration. And when you're sad and grieving, your energy is very low. And so it's really hard for them to mesh with you. So the more you can get over your sorrow and be grateful for the fun times that you had with them and honor their being, the easier it will be for both of them to come back and visit. I hope that helps.
Oh my God, it does. Do you know when I had such deep grief when Baron left, and I started to watch Marley and Me, and it made me laugh and remember, because he put me through hell, but he did a lot of what Marley did in the movie. I don't know if any of you have seen it.
Yes,
but it made me laugh, and that's when I had the visitation with him. And they did always. Yep, they walked side by side, shoulder to shoulder on my left side. And Token would sit in front of the fridge looking up at the freezer because I gave her sweet peas for treats. That was her favorite.
So even with that validation, that tells you exactly that she's there. Okay, that I saw.
Thank you so much.
She is there, whether you're able to yet see it yourself, but you're intuitive. It'll come.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Donna. All right, Cindy, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I just want you to know that each animal, when they go to the other side, they don't all come back to us in the same way. Some are more quiet, some are more vocal, and your shepherd is definitely the more vocal one, okay? And I think that you're learning this experience of communicating with both of them on the other side, because I see you as a spiritual teacher. Are you?
No.
Well, I think you're headed that way.
I'm a dog trainer.
Okay, well, I think that you have a lot of wisdom in you. And I know that from this experience of loving both of these beings, that you're going to share that wisdom with other people as they experience their own letting go with their pets. And one of the things that Token asked that I heard was please paint me. Do you ever make portraits of pets?
Oh my God. I haven't painted in 25 years.
Because
And I just took a picture of her out and I said, you know, I'm really rusty and I wanted to paint her.
Because here's the other part of the message. She says, paint a small picture of me so I can talk to you through the painting.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, you know, we all have kind of echoed the same thought to you, you know, when you're ready, it'll be the right time. And it comes, you know, from your heart connection with your pets. And they may surprise you, but that's the gift. And then you'll tell your own stories to those people who you help with their pets. So hope that helps.
Thank you.
All right, and Denise, go ahead.
Well, I think everyone has pretty much said it all, but I do want to reiterate that Token said to me, of course I wanted to stay with you, but I couldn't because it was time. So just acknowledging that, of course, our animals would much rather be with us or would like to stay with us forever, but they just can't. And I also feel like you had this astral projection and now you're trying for that to happen again. I feel like there is some kind of strain or stress. And just like you said, when Baron came to you, it was because you were laughing. You know, you saw this movie and you laughed and then he came to you. And I think that there's just a lightness to that. And because you're still in this deep grief state, it may take some time. So the message that I was getting was that you still have to be patient. And he's there, but as you get through that grief, that communication will come easier.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I
sorry
had
for
lost
yes.
I lost my two cats right before her, and it just she was the last one of my 4 pets.
Well, that's a lot. You're probably grieving all of them, really. And every time you lose one, you kind of grieve again for the ones that went before them. So give yourself a break. You know, just you know, go easy on yourself and just let yourself grieve.
Okay. You just still wonder, did I do everything I could have for her? You know, did I bring her to the right place? She was anemic, and should I have gotten her a transfusion? Should I have done this? And you just question yourself.
I agree. I think it's such a hard decision, but ultimately our pets don't want to suffer at all. We don't want them to suffer. Sometimes doing more means more poking and prodding and more vet visits, and they don't want to do that either. So they're thankful when they don't have to go through that. And I also fully believe that there is a window of time when a pet is ready to go, and they don't focus on that last moment or that last day. They are very open to all of the moments of their life. And so we tend to focus on that very end, that, you know, the last few minutes or the last few hours, and our pets don't think that way. That, you know, they are on a different level, and they're often, yeah, especially at the end, kind of in and out of their bodies a little bit. So I think that you should, again, forgive yourself, go easy on yourself. Our pets always forgive us. They're very thankful that we help them and take care of them and don't make them suffer. So it's us that are the ones being hard on ourselves.
You just can't help it, though.
No, I know. And I think we all do that. And every client that I've had who's been through that, there's never, it's never perfect, you know, unfortunately. So I'm very sorry for your loss. And I know, remember that it takes a long time to grieve. I know we also often think we should be over it by now, but that's just not the case.
All right.
Thank you all so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Cindy. All right, and everyone, this is only if this works for you, if enough of you can. Melissa called back in. She had, I don't remember what happened with technology, but she called back in and she would love to ask a question. Are there anyone on the panel that can stay? And if you can, it's okay. You can just, can the 2 or 3 of you stay? Is it Donna can stay? Can anyone else stay? I know Denise can't, that's okay, and Cindy can't. So Melissa, we've just got Donna and Shelley. Shelley, can you stay to answer one more question?
Yeah.
Okay, so Melissa, it's up to you if you'd like to stay for Donna and Shelley.
Yes, I would love that. Thank you.
Okay, just a moment. Let's have Denise and Cindy sign out. So just, yeah, go ahead, both of you, one at a time. Just share your name, your modalities, and how people can get in touch with you. That'd be great. Go ahead. Whoever wants to go first.
I guess I'll go. I'm Cindy McGonagle. I'm a psychic medium and a palmist and animal communicator. And I do specialize my pet and me readings. And what I do on that is I do a little psychic reading on you to help you understand your gifts, talents, and abilities that your soul wants you to bring through in this lifetime. And with the pet, I help you to actually have a better sense of communicating with your pet through what I call telepathic communication. You can find my information in the chat, and I am doing discounts. I am doing a little palmistry class that's coming up online if you're interested. So check out the chat, and I thank you very much for your time, and keep loving all your animals.
Great, and go ahead, Denise.
Hi, I'm Denise Dunleavy. I'm an animal communicator, energy healer, and intuitive reader. And I'm offering 20% off any of those services with the coupon code that's in the chat. And I also am a teacher. I have an animal communication course coming up, and I'm doing one-on-one coaching for anyone who wants to grow their intuitive abilities. And all the information for that is on my website at intuitivedenise.com. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Denise. And I'm so grateful Carolyn or Cindy could be here too. All right, great. So Melissa, go ahead and ask your question. And Melissa's on the phone. So yeah, we're all listening. Melissa, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get refocused. I've just had a lot. This whole, I kept wondering, am I just not supposed to be on this call because I've had so much chaos and opposition, and then this the last when I was waiting and my power went out, and I was in the middle of making the special broth that I make up for the dog. Anyway, so my question, is for my dog, who he has a very serious, he's got a wound. It's not really, okay. He has what is called necrotizing fasciitis, and it's antibiotic resistant. I've been trying every alternative thing that I can think of for some time now. And what happens is it heals up almost completely, and then all of a sudden it just comes back with a vengeance. And the last time the vet did laser therapy on it, and that helped, and it got almost like, it was like beautiful and just healing right up, and now it just got really bad again. And I guess, I mean, I've been caretaking him 24/7 for quite a time now, and I'm not willing to give up. And I I just believe there's something I'm not understanding, or I'm not getting the right. I know there's something out there that can help this. And I'm just wondering if, I've looked at it from so many different perspectives. What is he teaching me? I mean, at first I used to be into healing work, and I thought, okay, maybe he's trying to get me back into that, but I don't know that that's it. I don't know what, but I do know that he's extremely sensitive. I'm like a really highly sensitive empath, and I believe he is too, because when I'm really tuned into animals with the empathic thing, and it's like if I get emotional, I can watch him just shift instantly. So I'm really, really conscious about if I'm up, like I'm not anywhere near him now because of all the things that got chaotic. I didn't want to be around him when I was having that energy, and you get clear first. So his name is Arrowhead, and I just wondered if you can either of you pick up anything that could help him, or does he have a message? Or I would just love any kind of direction or clarity or anything where I could assist him even more.
Great, and I have a quick question too. So it's necrotizing fasciitis. So is it the fascia? It's the soft tissue? Yeah,
the tissue, the bacteria just kind of eats the tissues away, and antibiotics don't help. It's like, I can't remember.
Yeah,
now.
no, that's okay. I just wanted to check the words. All right, Donna's got something to share. Go ahead, Donna. And by the way, I don't know if you heard Donna's background in the beginning.
No, I did not.
Donna, did you want to just, Donna, go ahead with your message if it's right here, but she might also be helpful to hear your background. Go ahead.
Oh, what I need is, what color is he?
He's a fawn.
What?
Fawn, a fawn.
And about how old is he?
About how old?
8.
How old?
He's 8 years old.
Okay. Well, the fact that it cleared up with the laser therapy says that, it seems to be healable, and it's resistant to antibiotics. But I'm wondering, what instantly came to my mind was probiotics. That was the word that came to me, was probiotics. Have you tried adding those to his diet? I'm getting that his immune system needs to kick in. And anything that you can get to get his immune system going again. Probiotics would be good, but you can do the literature search yourself, but there's got to be something that can get his immune system kicking in. And I also got acupuncture, because acupuncture can help to get his immune system active again. So I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't come up with anything else. But it's got to be that he needs his, just a second. Shelley, can you go ahead? Because I want to contact Arrowhead's own guides here for a minute. Let me contact his guides, and you can talk with her, okay?
Oh, Shelley, you're muted. Shelley, you're muted.
To me, what you just said, and he's been on, like Chinese weight booster that helps with the immune, and and colloidal silver, and he is on probiotics, but I don't, I'm feeling like either it's not the right type or it isn't enough. When you said that, I really felt like, okay, maybe they just need to be amped up a lot.
Well, have you tried a number of different antibiotics? You must have by now.
Yeah, you're getting that there's one that, they've tried and they just said it's antibiotic resistant. But if you're getting a particular one or something else to try, I'm willing to do anything. He was having digestive issues, and he was having diarrhea and things like that. But that's all cleared up, and his energy is really good. He's like running around and wagging his head. He acts really, really happy, but the infection is like, issue. Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's see what Shelley's got.
I'm feeling that what needs to happen to strengthen his immune system, for his immune system to be strengthened, is someone that may be specialized in DNA healing. You know, someone that specializes. Someone that specializes in DNA healing.
Talking about DNA.
That's what I thought you said.
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
you know,
are you, Shelley, from an energetic level DNA or from an actual, like
from an energetic level. I feel that you need to have that energy healing is going to happen. But the type of energy healer that you need is someone that could go in and send energy that is going to raise the dog's vibration to a higher level, and raise his energy vibration to a higher level, by raising his energy vibration to a higher level, that feels what's going to change the structure within his body, so that his his system becomes more receptive to receiving antibiotics, and for the antibiotics to work in his system. In order for the antibiotics to work in his system, the energy vibration needs to be raised, is what I'm picking up. So you need to do some research into energy healers. And I would suggest looking on Yelp, because Yelp has reviews. Because I'm feeling that there may be someone that could do an energy healing on your dog, and that then the dog's body will become receptive to the antibiotics. But right now, I'm feeling that the immune system of the dog is not strong, and that's part of the problem, is that he has a weak immune system. And so the energy needs to be raised, and there needs to be healing done on his immune system.
Okay, great. Yeah, so that's from Shelley. And then
thank you. Thank you. I really related to that. Thank you.
yeah, and by the way, I'd be careful working with a naturopathic vet, but I'm also thinking about some of the things like wellness, or just some other tools that are some combination of herbs that are useful for humans for boosting the immune system. And then I know just for me, I use oregano oil and things like that. So I don't know if any of those things work for dogs, but that's just some things I'm thinking of, just some other systemic things that might be healing. And then what are you feeding him? I mean, it sounds like his energy level is really good, and he did have something definitely going on with his gut. So what Donna was saying before about probiotics, I just wonder what else about, yeah, what nutrition he's absorbing, if it's quite enough. And so then, did we say vitamins earlier? Just what else he could possibly be missing? Like Donna, go ahead. Donna's got more.
Do you know if they plated out a sample from the fasciculitis? Did they plate it out to find out exactly what bacteria it is?
They some time ago they did, yes. And then so they gave them the antibiotics that were appropriate to that particular bacteria, but it didn't respond to it. And then they tried different ones. And he also was getting acupuncture, chiropractic, and the laser. I was doing that with him. He was getting that done twice a week, and then when it was getting better, we backed down to once a week, and then it just has all flared up again. And I personally have tried oodles of, herbals, and the Chinese herbals. Actually, the Chinese one I got from the vet, and we agreed that would be the white one, that Wei Qi booster. But what was I going to say? And the oregano oil. I don't know. I have tried like so many things. So I really appreciate this, and I don't know. Maybe I just need to go back, kind of like go back and start over and do the same things that were done before.
I just say I keep having the hit to replate again and check. It might be something that's slightly different right now. But then you haven't gone back to doing the laser again. That was working. The combination that you were doing there.
Say that again. I'm
You
sorry.
said
I don't know.
Sorry.
Because I keep hearing you and then not.
Sorry, this is Laureli. You were doing the laser and some combination of acupuncture and something else. Sorry, hold on, my dog. Elote. Not now, not now, not now. You were doing that and that was working twice a week. And then when you backed off, it got worse again. I'm wondering about going back to doing that more if that was working.
Okay, well, he was still getting it, and then he was still getting it, but it came back while he was getting it. Not like we didn't stop it, but it just came back. So that was
I know.
That was a different vet, and he was really confused, and especially with him getting that extra boost, the Wei Qi, the immune boost that things weren't working. So I will definitely just keep up with the acupuncture.
Donna's go ahead if you want to share more. Donna's got more to share too.
Yeah. The thing was, the reason I asked you if they had played it out was because you said that he had digestion problems and diarrhea, which, it sounds like whatever it was had gone down through the membranes, inside of him too. So, but you have just done everything that I can think of. I was told white meat and fish oil in his diet. So by white meat, I guess pork and chicken would be white meat. That's what I was told. Do you know if they have tested him for any kind of the ticks that he could have picked up? Because it seems like it's an ongoing thing. Has he been tested for, there's like 4 or 5 different, I moved here from Missouri and there's about 4 or 5 different ticks that can carry diseases. Has he ever had his blood tested for ticks?
You mean like for Lyme disease or something like that? No, he hasn't. They didn't test him for that. They did pretty extensive blood work on different things, but I don't think that they tested, specifically for Lyme. And my feeling, I kept getting too that there was more, more going on there. I'm going to ask this one question. I know this sounds really, it's really hard for me to ask it, but does anyone feel that having his, I can't even say it, having his leg removed would never mind. I don't think that's an answer because I can't even say it. It's like,
but to me, it's not so much the leg, is that his immune system is unable to heal that. And by not being able to heal it, then it tells you that there's some underlying thing that's preventing his immune system from growing and responding strongly.
Yeah, so Melissa, but I say, Melissa, it sounds like you're right, that there's something else. A number of us are kind of touching in on there's something else going on. And even if the original thing was addressed in some ways, it just seems like there's something else now that's complicating it.
Yeah, thank you. Because that's kind of what I keep feeling. And it just felt like there's something something's being missed, that there's something else going on. That's my feeling too. And I appreciate you saying that. That helps me get more, like that a lot more needs to be explored than than what has. And yeah, because something is preventing his immune system from functioning. And I just don't, and I just wanted to ask, because I couldn't hear, somebody said either white fish, white meat.
So white meat and fish oil.
Okay, well, the one thing that he did test, that because he was eating chicken, and so he tested not to give chicken. And here's the other, and I'm going to ask one more question, because I started to pick up myself that he was he's got something. I tried to mention this to the vet, but they didn't quite understand, and maybe it's the way I was saying it. But you know, like in Chinese medicine, how the body runs different ways. I kept picking up that he was like running hot, and so chicken wasn't a good food to feed him because it was, you know, increased that heat. And so I got him off chicken, and he's been eating more like either turkey, beef. And he was raised and reared, you know, holistic and fed raw food, and he's never in his life had, you know, like tap water or anything like that. He's always had, you know, healthy things. But I'm wondering if he was exposed to some chemicals that on the back of my property, they put in a shopping center back there several years ago, and I just keep wondering if he was somehow exposed to toxic chemicals, and that's what's affecting the system. But I don't, you know, it's like that's why I wanted to get on here so bad. I feel like I'm shooting in the dark. Like I get all these ideas, but I don't know. I can't trust my kinesiology, my muscle testing, because I just feel I'm starting to get, what do I say? You know, like emotional. You know, like, maybe some overwhelm, I don't know, something. And some days I feel like there's almost an energy interference to healing, and that it's related. I mean, the one thing, a lot of this, and then this chaos that was happening, keeping me from getting on the call all day, is like, whenever I'm trying to move forward, I seem to have this weird stuff happen. And
well,
like,
I just want to encourage you that you're here now and you've been hearing answers now. And so it's been wanted that you get through.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to go into a story. I'm sorry.
I want to encourage you. You did make it through, right? So you're continuing to take steps. And it sounds like a big thing is for you to trust yourself another few steps more and go back to either the same vet, if you've got one that you're working with that's really good. And it seems like having them do a little bit of a start over, because the situation has changed in his body a little bit. And you need to look again and follow up on Lyme disease, or just some of the other general things. Like if the vet did not know the history, what else would they look at? And I think that's why it needs to be looked at with a fresh mind. Not necessarily the fresh doctor, but a fresh mind.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just starting out fresh, just maybe even to, okay.
Right, you know the history, so know that antibiotics don't work, but look with an open mind to find what other things might be going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that gives me a lot of clarity. Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
You're so welcome. Well, let's see. So I know you and I have a little bit to figure out. I think I've got something I've got to run to in 15 minutes. So let's finish up the panel, and then if you and I are still on, you and I will go ahead and finish up our business, or I'll call you back and we'll do that. But thank you so much, Melissa. Donna and Shelley, anything else just you want to share with Melissa before we go off? Anything brief?
No, thank you for doing everything you've been trying. Keep at it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Melissa. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us today. Thank you in particular, Donna and Shelley, for staying later. Thanks everyone else for staying here. We've still got a few other people on the call. And so Donna and Shelley, go ahead and share about yourself, your modalities, and your information so people can find you on the recording.
I'll go first, Shelley. My name's Donna Sauer. I'm an animal energy healer and communicator. And I would love to hear from you if you would like to have a reading from me. My information is in the chat room, and I'm at dr.dlsauer@gmail.com. And you can contact me for a reading. I'm charging $50, which is a reduced rate for outside of the fair today. So hope to hear from you, and have a wonderful evening.
And Shelley?
I'm Shelley Hofberg. I'm an animal communicator and intuitive healer. And my gift, I read animals through my gift of clairvoyance, mediumship, medical intuitive, and chakra readings. And I do also chakra clearing and healing. So I combine all my skills in a animal communication session to reveal what it is your pet is feeling about you, what it is they need from you, what may be going on with them, their emotional or physical and mental state of being. And my special right now is $30 for 30 minutes and $50 for an hour. So you can call me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychicshellyhofberg.com to email me, to leave a message. And I look forward to connecting with you.
And that's Shelley, Shelley, and Hofberg is Hofberg.
Hofberg, yes.
All right. And I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. And you can find out more about me and all my work and all the events that I run at LaureliShimayo.com. That's LaureliShimayo. And you can find out about all of the events happening at MeWeFairs.com at MEWEFAIRS.com. And all the online events are listed at joinmeweonline.com on that page. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. All right.